How we doing? Oh, lighting's a little bit off. Still lighting's still shit, but how we doing? How we doing, everybody? Excuse me. Um yeah, Slate. Sorry, man. I figured with everything going on, right? We only got I want to say like 2 weeks of Fishtank left. Um excuse me. I figured we would just do a watch party, but I wanted to leave it up to people just in case, right? Just in case. And even if we did do New Vegas, I would have probably checked in afterwards. It's just that I wasn't sure if people wanted strictly like, oh, damn. I just chugged a Coke, so I got a little gas going on, but yeah, basically, I just wanted to leave it up to people, figure, what they wanted. We only got a couple weeks of Fish Tank left, so I figured, maybe we could skip New Vegas this week. Maybe next week, who knows, but most likely not next week. I'll probably play some New Vegas and then jump into Fish Tank. Uh, it is what it is. What's going on, everybody? House Bomb. Steve. Oh, yeah. House Bomb. I got it on today, dude. Steve the Boss, Bradley Dennis, OP, PB, Slate, Shrimpy Lad, Vic, Joe Butt Slasher. I love reading these names, dude. I love these names, dude. Rooftop Jungle Gym. How you guys doing? Excuse me. Hope you guys are doing all right. So, Fish Tank. All right. Fish Tank. Did I see Johnny Walker die yesterday? No, I did not, because even though I don't mind Johnny Walker, I don't hate the guy. I don't find him compelling enough to watch, and that's kind of where, that's what the UFC is to me, and really that's what combat sports is to everybody. Is if there's somebody who's compelling, someone who makes you want to watch, you watch. If not, you don't. That's where golden ages come from. Is when there's a surplus of people that you really want to watch. Rooftop Jungle Gym listing off illegal moves. Wakigatame banned since '86. Reverse Seonage banned since 2018. The reverse Wakigatame is that the scissor takedown? I'm 90% sure that's the scissor takedown. And then reverse Seonage. You see, whether I say Seonagi or Seonage, it just depends on what comes out first, right? But the shoot, what was I gonna say? Damn, I'm screwing up the game. Oh yeah, I think they might have banned that because there's an increased chance of you throwing someone and they land on their head and break their neck. I'm pretty sure that's why that one was banned. Scott, reckon you would knack CM Punk? I don't know what knack is. I feel like that's a trick question, right? That's like that sounds like if I was to be like, yeah, would I bang CM Punk? Yeah, I'd bang him out, dude. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, dude, man, CM Punk. That was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the next big thing. He was supposed to be like, oh man, dude, he's coming to the UFC and he's gonna be great. He never did martial arts. Brock Lesnar was an NCAA champ, and then you have CM Punk who he did some acrobatics for years as a wrestler. Not like a not an NCAA, not a collegiate, not an Olympian, not nothing. Just got into like wrestling in his backyard probably when he was younger, and then he decided, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life. And they really thought he was gonna train. He was like 35 when he came over too, wasn't he? He was like way old to be starting MMA to fight in the UFC. That was crazy. What was Dana thinking? 37. Whew. Man. Man, oh man, yes. Joined at 37 and he fought welterweight. Like, welterweight isn't a joke. And it's not that any division in particular is a joke necessarily. It's that, like, 135 to welterweight is where you tend to have, like, killers. Like the competition is very, very close. 185 is kind of there too, but the thing is, like, it goes through ups and downs, but consistently the welterweight division is pretty good. I'm not saying it's always the greatest, but you're not looking at like the heavyweight division, right? The depth in the heavyweight division right now is not very well, it's not very deep, and that's why John Jones decided to go up now. He could have kept fighting at light heavyweight, and I don't know, maybe he will. I don't know, but he knows that he's getting too old to stand up to these light heavyweights that are coming out now. A lot of these light heavyweights now, they're not 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", like in the olden days when he was beating up on Rampage and other people, making it look like he was the upperclassman beating on the freshman. It's not the same, and he realized that, and he's like, geez, these guys are starting to give me a run for my money. I'm going to go to heavyweight because there's just not that much talent there, right? The light's kind of blinding me a little bit. Jeez, I got that dot in your vision, like when you look at the sun by mistake. Anyway, Dana doesn't think. Yeah. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, heavyweights are ass. We had Acosta versus a 50-year-old Arlovsky. Yeah, and I will say, I think it's a testament to both the heavyweight division. What we're talking about right now, the depth in the heavyweight division is not that good, as well as Arlovsky being like really good, right? He is really good. Oh, Shinya Aoki breaks arm, standing arm lock, Wakigatame. Okay, all right, that's what that is. Yeah, no, I saw that. That was disgusting. I'm gonna go ahead before we hop into the fish tank. I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see if I can show that. I don't know if I can. Right. I don't know if I can because it might be. Uh, it might be. Um. Man, yeah. It might be copyright, but basically, if you look up Shinya Aoki, uh, standing arm lock, you'll see what happens. He just absolutely there was no chill. Shinya Aoki is one of those guys where when he catches you in a submission, he's taking something home with him. It's insane. He's such a ridiculously good grappler. Fun to watch too. Fun personality, but he's one of those guys where there is no tap. It's just snap. You know, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. Anyway, oh yeah, my Instagram question didn't get answered, which is no big deal. But you did mention that one was a loaded question, and I hope it wasn't mine. I don't believe it was, Vic, because the person who asked it was a girl. And you know what? I will talk about that a little bit. We're gonna talk about this, Vic. If you want to ask your question here, or if you want to resend it to me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and I'll check it out. Sorry if I didn't see it. I get tons of messages from people, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of those messages are not messages that I really feel that I have the time to answer. So because of that, sometimes things where I'm like, oh, I need to answer this. I got to answer this. Sometimes they get buried. But basically, this girl asked me how I feel about hitting women. And I thought it was a little bit of a loaded question because I had released the TJ Jimmy video, which everybody knows Jimmy has a habit of going after women, right? We all know that by now. And the thing is, anytime I mention anything regarding TJ or Jimmy, but especially TJ and Jimmy, boy, does it cause a storm. It causes quite the shitstorm there. And I was just sitting here like, oh, this is somebody who doesn't like Jimmy, who's trying to get me to disavow Jimmy. But I read it and I thought about it. I don't think that's necessarily what it was. I don't think it was some kind of like, gotcha type thing. But yeah, basically, look, I don't believe in just hitting anybody. I don't believe in knocking anyone out just for the sake of it, right? I do believe self-defense is necessary to preserve your life if somebody is trying to take it, right? And your definition of what self-defense is may not be what mine is. I know both of our definitions of self-defense are not what the law states, right? The law has a really warped perception of what self-defense is, okay? And that's why it's really hard for me to talk about these questions sometimes. I always make sure that I let you guys know, hey, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not a legal expert. I'm saying what I might do in a situation. Don't take my advice. That's why I'm very careful to talk like that when I give advice about defending yourself and things like that, is because I know that some of the things that I personally would do are not necessarily what would be considered to be like 100% above board. Right now, it really depends on the circumstance, and I am not purposefully, I'm not knowingly going to break a law or anything like that. I'm not going to do anything with ill intent, but I'm digressing because I'm trying to preface this with something. Basically, I'm not going to say, yeah, totally do it, beat the hell out of them, but when it comes down to it, if somebody's coming at you, if somebody's really trying to do something to you, you got to either run or fight. It's one of the two, right? And when you try and I want to be clear, when you try to stop a threat by, say, wrestling, right? Because that's what happens when a lot of people they talk about, like, oh, a girl, a girl's trying to hit somebody, a girl's trying to hit me, a girl's trying to hit you. When people talk about that, what they do a lot is they say, oh, you don't hit her back, you don't get violent, you just grab her and, take her down or something like that. You're still fighting. That's still violence, right? You're still physically aggressing upon and dominating somebody, right? In this case, it just happens to be a woman, right? So it's this weird thing, right? I'm trying to be careful because I don't want, again, it's not that I think this person genuinely had bad intentions. I wouldn't be answering it if I thought they had bad intentions, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where an answer will be some weird thing, right? Where some bad actor might come around and things like that. Because there are bad actors out there. I mentioned TJ versus Jimmy, and I'll be honest with you guys. I've been looking around. All right, I got eyes everywhere. I got eyes everywhere. Right. I've been looking around. I saw some of the threads on a certain site that has threads. I've seen certain things in like Discord servers and things like that, and people are like absolutely going at each other about the whole Jimmy TJ thing. It's been it happened like Wednesday or Thursday, I think. It might have happened Thursday. It's Sunday, and people are still going at each other like it just happened 5 minutes ago, and it's crazy. And again, that's why I was like, okay, all right, okay. This person's trying to get me. This person's trying to get me, right? That's kind of why I was the way that I was. Oh, man. Damn, I scarfed down some food. I didn't eat anything before this. Um, Vic says, in the TJ versus Judge video, you mentioned that their size difference was a factor in TJ getting beat, but not in the way you would assume. Could you elaborate? So, I'm trying to remember the context because I do remember saying that, right? In fact, I didn't even say it. I'm pretty sure it was in a caption that I put in after the fact. I'm trying to remember exactly what the context of that was, and I do think I remember, but I'm not 1,000% sure. Basically, excuse me. Basically, so the judge, right? When he hits you, it's going to hurt. All right, trust me, I've sparred with Sam plenty of times. If you didn't already know, we sparred in season 1. You can check that out on my channel. It's also on Rocky Stream's channel. When he hits you, it's going to hurt, right? He's not trying to kill you. It's just he's such a massive dude. And at the end of the day, force is mass times acceleration. The bigger something is, the less acceleration you need to make it hurt, right? Now, naturally, people are going to assume, oh, because the judge is so much bigger than TJ, well, that means when the judge was hitting TJ, he was trying to kill him. No, not necessarily. The judge was actually being very controlled. The way that the size difference played a part is that when TJ gets hit, he ends up flying around, right? TJ versus Jimmy, right? Jimmy was moving TJ around, but how often did you see TJ flying through the air, right? That didn't really happen. Anytime TJ was getting pushed around, it was because Jimmy had to physically move him. He had to push him up against a wall, or he hit the tie plum and he hit a throw off the tie plum. Just a couple of examples, right? I didn't see a whole lot of Jimmy flying through the air or anything like that. But with Gold Striker, you saw Jimmy like he looked like Superman flying through the air. That's really what I meant when I said that the size difference played a factor, but it didn't play a factor in the way that you thought it did. It played a factor basically because he was getting pushed around off of punches that didn't even really land fully. And because of that, it looked a lot worse than it actually was. A lot of people were kind of upset. They were like, dude, the judge didn't hold back at all. Blah, blah, blah. No, he did. He definitely did. He did 100%. The worst punch that TJ took was that jab close to the end, the one that snapped his head back. But other than that, really it's just because TJ stims and he jumps up in the air. Literally, he's airborne, and then Gold Striker throws a hook, and it physically pushes him through the air. Like, I'm trying to explain it in a way that's gonna make sense, right? I'm not trying to act like you guys couldn't totally understand what I'm saying. I'm just trying to explain it in a way that is gonna get my point across without giving people the wrong idea. Because again, and obviously I don't think you're trying to catch me or anything, Vic, but this is another question where if there's a bad actor out there, they'll be like, oh, you see, Sensei Scott said that Gold Striker totally killed TJ, and that means Gold Striker's a big meanie. I'm trying to avoid that. If I could sum it up now that I've kind of worked my way through the thought, right, it's that the fight looked a lot worse than it did because TJ doesn't know how to center himself, right? He doesn't know how to sink his weight down when a punch is coming in. And in addition to that, Gold Striker is so big that when he puts hands on you in that way, chances are you're not just going to take it and move a little bit. You're going to take it and you're, whoa, right? That's what's going to end up happening. That's what you're going to do, right? By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I need to frame this thing, but this is one of Sylvia's it's one of Sylvia's things with the stuff. TJ is sort of like a flying plastic bag. Yes, that is a very good description of him, the way that he is physically. He's got that nervous energy, and he just does not know how to like stay still, even in a fight. So, he ends up getting pushed around. Did you already watch the clip of Frank slamming Tay? Oh, dude, no. I completely forgot about that. Oh, man. Damn it. All right. I'm going to see if I can find that quick. If I don't find it in like 30 seconds, right, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to get to the watch party. But I did want to... I did want to look at that. Jeez. That's crazy. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Man, that's crazy. Now, there's a video that I want to watch. It says Civil War soldiers telling war stories in 1938, which is like crazy, It's at Gettysburg. It's crazy history is crazy because like when you think of the Civil War, you think of like way in the past. When in reality, the Civil War, my great-great-grandfather fought in that. So it was him, my great-grandfather, grandfather, father, me, right? That's 3 or 4 generations. That's not really a long time. That's just Just to think that my great great grandfather could have been alive in 1938. He wasn't. He died in 1900. But to think he could have been alive in the same century as me, being alive less than 100 years removed from me being alive. That's crazy. But anyway. Sorry about that. I hope it pulls up the one that I want. Um, Okay. I'll see if I can pull up the because I wanna talk about what's his face. Yeah, here it is. Okay. All right. We're gonna we're gonna live react to not live react, I guess, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna react to the situation with Tay, yeah, Tay, TJ, and Frank. So here he is mogging Shinji right now. So I will say right away, right?
You doing?
Yeah, you're my son alone. No.
This is hilarious, dude. You don't let someone put hands on you like that, dude. You got to break the grip. But anyway, moving on.
No,
He's looking at Fatty and he's like, nah, that's cool. Oh, dude. Oh, man. All right. Okay. I'll see if somebody can send it to me, right? Either Instagram DMs or Twitter, because I saw a better cut of it on Twitter, right? The moment he kicks down the door and he ends up getting into the room and he mogs TJ. I'd like to see that, but anyway, I'll read like two more of these and then we'll get started. Frank slammed Tay. Yeah, that's another thing too. I didn't know that he like slammed Tay or anything like that. I know he slammed TJ, right? Because he had to get to Tay. That was the part of the challenge. But I wanted to review that and I wanted to talk about. I would have totally arm dragged Frank. Yeah, he could have tried. It would have been weird because the thing is, instead of going to the same side, he went opposite side. Meaning, you see, it's weird. So here's their left arm, here's their right arm, right? Or here's one arm, here's another arm, right? If I tried to grab this side, then they could arm drag me using this arm. So basically, if someone tried to grab this, I'd go 1, 2, and then go, right? But the thing is, they didn't do that. This arm tried to grab that arm. I'm completely butchering this. I apologize. I apologize, everybody. All right. I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be boring karate here or anything like that. Shinji did kendo, aikido, and something else. I forgot. Maybe karate. I think he said he did karate or kickboxing, and I also don't believe he only did aikido because aikido doesn't do any ground fighting. Obviously, I was teaching them Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I just called it aikido, right? That was kind of partially a joke, right? And it was a niche joke for anybody who does jiu-jitsu or aikido, right? Obviously, but what do you think of Frank? Have you met him? Yeah, I've met Frank. He seems like a really down-to-earth guy. I think he's a pretty cool dude. I like him. Real easy to talk to. It's rare that I'm able to just kind of sit down with somebody and talk to them right away, but I was able to discuss things with Frank right out the gate. You know, we ended up in a car together. So yeah, it was season 1. We ended up in a car together. we ended up in a bathroom stall at the gay bar together. No, but yeah, I ended up giving him a ride during season 1, and like the fact that it wasn't just an awkward, silent car ride, like, you know, we took to each other decently well off the bat. Like, that actually means a lot to me. So, you know, I like Frank. He seems like a really cool guy. What was I gonna say? I was saying something. Oh, yeah. Shinji definitely knows more than just Aikido, because Aikido doesn't have any groundwork. The groundwork for Aikido is basically like some like arm locks that don't work, and it's all finishing positions for after you do the like start off with a handshake and then
What?
type moves, right? But Shinji, he knows side control. He knows how to react when he ends up on the ground on bottom. He also knew how to. There's one move, right? And okay. We got swamp rats.
You getting the rent money from
oh
me?
Man, it's an hour long, but it's okay because Shinji versus TJ. Yes, okay, all right. I'm gonna show you guys, and then we will get to the watch party. I feel like I'm taking longer than I usually do. What's it called? I'm trying to become more presentable here. You know, not have like random like weird, annoying like transitions and stuff like that. So, Shinji versus Brian, and he's got his yarmulke on. I forgot that he had the yarmulke by that point. So, for one thing, it was a smart move on his part, right? It was a smart move on his part to stand up. You don't want to start grappling from your knees, but when there isn't a lot of room, and also when you're specifically trying to practice certain positions, you start on your knees. We started on our knees here because there wasn't a lot of room. But Shinji probably didn't realize that that's why we were starting on our knees, so he just stood right up right away. That's smart. And I have to break that habit with people, like kids. Like, it's unfortunate because when you teach kids how to grapple, they naturally want to stand up on their 2 feet, but we have to tell them, no, one knee, 1 foot, one knee, 1 foot. You're going to start on your knees, right? Then they internalize that. They start on their knees, but then they get to a point where they have to start grappling from their feet, and they don't naturally want to do it anymore. And it's like, damn, like, I wish there was a better way. And I'm sure there is a better way. And in fact, there is a better way. I know what that better way is, but unfortunately, there's only so much time in the day, right? So, stands up. So that was actually interesting from Brian, too. He ended up doing what's basically like a bulldog or an ice cream scoop. Now, Shinji tries to get up right away. Ben's kind of in the way here, but, you know, it's all good. So, Shinji's... It's all happening so fast. Really, I'll be honest with you. There was only one thing that I wanted to take a look at, but I'm noticing certain things. I will say Shinji's first instinct is to try and get out from bottom, which is a good instinct to have. Now, the way he's doing it is not exactly the best. It was just swamp wrestling in this case, so he didn't have to worry about submissions or anything like that. I understand in that case, maybe he was like, okay, I can get up to all fours, because that's what you would do in a folk-style wrestling match, a collegiate wrestling match or anything like that, right? But at the very least, he's getting up and he's remaining active. He's not just kind of sitting down on bottom like, oh no, what do I do now? There's a coordination to him, and he kind of understands how to move around with somebody on top of him, right? So now Brian's got a Gatami position. Gets Gatami position, I'm pretty sure it's called. I forget exactly what it's called. So I got a little bit too into the thing. Plus I'm trying to like I keep getting distracted by Ben. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you specifically, right? So you have Brian, who's in sort of like a pinning position, which is interesting to me. I think Brian, he's got sort of a scarf hold, like a pseudo scarf hold almost. I think Brian in this situation is actually showing some pretty good instincts, I guess you could say, or if not instincts, just a base level ability when it comes to his grappling. So that's pretty cool. But watch what ends up happening. So Shinji gets up. As soon as Brian gives him the space to be able to do so, he starts trying to go. Brian hits a throw. Brian hits a throw right here, which again, kind of interesting to see, right? And I want to show you what exactly happens with Shinji. Now, we got Ben over here. He's not that in the way though. We got a Gold Striker right here. You might not be able to see it that well. Plus, the quality of the camera is not that great. You literally cannot see anything on my face. You just see orange and then pale white. Okay, so he's here. He's got an arm around there. This arm, you see how it ends up scooping around, right? That wasn't just Brian like going too hard or anything like that. That was a deliberate move by Shinji, and that's exactly the way you want to react when you end up in a situation where somebody's throwing you like that. You want to lock your hands around them and roll through. And that's something I learned in high school my senior year. It took 4 years for them to teach this to me. It was taught to me by a guy who wrestled at Ohio State, and shortly after that he went on The Ultimate Fighter. He came in 3rd place, so good for him. Yeah, wonder how he's doing now. But anyway, so here, and then man, you can't even see it, but side control. He's in side control. I hope that man, yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to see much of anything. Yeah. But basically, I was watching it here, and you can see how impressed I am. You can see how impressed I am on my face. Shinji had side control. There was one spot where it sort of, right? So, so basically, you can't see it very well, but Shinji has his right knee up against Brian's hips, right? And he's got the other leg out, and he's also controlling the upper body, right? You don't learn that in Aikido. You don't learn any of the stuff that Shinji used in Aikido. So I don't believe that he's only done Aikido. I think he's a damn dirty liar, is what I think he is. That Shinji. That lion Shinji is a damn dirty liar. But anyway, yeah, so that was cool. It's cool to see Shinji have the proficiency that he does. Also, some of the other fish, you know, I'm impressed with Tay. I was impressed with Brian here, right? Yeah, there's that. Shinji said he did Daito Ryu, which means Daito Ryu Aiki Jiu-Jitsu, which is older than regular Aikido, but not as old as Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know what any of that is, but okay. Shinji is concealing his power level. Yes, he is. Sneaky Shinji. Yes, he is. He's a Shinja. They need to bring you in daily to give TJ boxing lessons. I want to see him fight literally everyone on the show. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm ready to go in at any point. I just think there's so much going on that it may not be a good time for boxing. And plus, like I said, I looked around and I did notice some of the things people said, and I'm not upset about it or angry or anything like that. But, you know, I think the people who enjoy the boxing like that are in short supply, if I'm just being honest with you. And I'm not going to be the guy who's like, no, I got to get in there, man. I got to, dude. But you never know. This isn't something I was told by anybody. This is just something that I've seen, right? I did some of the rounds and stuff like that. I used the Control F function, right? It is what it is. I know I'll get back in there though. It's just with Frank Hassel in there, Airsoft Fatty in there. I don't think it's probably the best time for me to go in there and like grab TJ or Tay or even Trish, because Trish asked me specifically the last time I was there, like, can we work together? I don't think it's a good time for me to be grabbing them, pulling them aside, and, you know, taking them away from what's going on, right? But, you know, it is what it is. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not interested in whatever rumors there are about any of the fish, right? In my mind, it's not my job to police whether or not these people are what we would describe as good people, bad people, or even degenerates. Oh man, filthy degenerates. Right? It's not my job to care about that. And I'm not saying that Callum. I'm not saying that you said that in a way that you're trying to like make me like do or say anything myself, right? That's not what I mean. I just happened to notice the message you sent. I'm sure it was in regards to what somebody else said, and I'm just letting everybody know, like, I'm not, like, I don't care, Frankly, I don't give a dang. Scott is real. He don't care. Exactly, bro. All right. Uh-oh. So we will pull that bad mamma jamma up. Scott, Switzerland, keeping it real. What's going on? Are you saying you're from Switzerland or I am Switzerland? Oh man, because don't get me wrong, like
No,
I can and I will.
That was your man, bitch.
That's not my man.
TJ was getting his rocks off playing one of his fantasies through.
Yes, it was.
Oh wait, hold on.
Why did you say? Why did they? When they
TJ's a
suggested
pervert.
you to kiss TJ, you say, "Oh no, he's taken when Taylor was here." That was your man, bitch.
Hold up.
Called your love.
Hold up.
I remember though.
It's time for the TTS we were gonna send the other day.
All your shit is fucked up,
Okay.
and I love it.
Okay.
The Rule 34 account posted after TJ was on the show, and the account is now deleted.
Yeah, but you can find
So
posts
host
next
JJJJJJJJ.
TJ Maxx just want to save you, buddy, but they
All right.
can't.
I forget which one we were gonna do.
But you're gonna have to
Homie that puts milk in the bowl before cereal. Kila siku, viatu, vijioni, viakushoto.
Gayest guy ever.
TJ, Frank is just fucking with you. That shit has been confirmed. It's not you. Relax, boss, nigga.
All right, we're good. We're gonna hit
I
it.
think that's true.
That's gaslighting.
Right.
Frank is just trying to
I
push
believe
a
those
false
freaks.
narrative.
I believe this
Thank
speaker.
you.
Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
I just like if it
Well,
wasn't
like how
true, I
Dave's
feel like
saying.
you would be defending yourself way harder.
The
right
person
now.
you were doing it with thinks it's weird.
Right.
How do you feel about
Kaylee
that?
liked
TJ
it
barely
more than
even
TJ,
speaks
and now
to
she is
me.
projecting.
They're gonna talk
Yes, he
through it.
does. Stop lying.
I always send them
You
at
said
bad
you said
times.
she was cute the other night.
Yeah.
You said she was cute the other night and you're rubbing your hand behind her ear. What was up with that? You're rubbing behind her ear? That's some weird shit, bro.
It was for the.
It was real
It was acting.
weird.
We got
TJ
second
stands
place.
for
But you couldn't follow.
Yeah, you can-
gay.
What?
But I mean, even if
Yeah, you can barely even hear the TTS right
I
now.
don't think we're even being that touchy.
Yeah, we Oliver never sucked my nipple.
We were being touchy as
It
fuck.
was all over. Oh wait, no, it's you.
I was all over the
And I'm really sorry.
However, I thought.
Why are you apologizing?
So-
I was
Nah, you know
like,
I'll answer that in a minute, Himalayan. I want to see what's going on here.
You feel bad about it?
Yes.
Why do you feel bad?
Because she
Because it was
feels bad
fucking
about
weird.
it.
Because you're being creepy.
I don't even know what's going on right now. We came in at just the right time for them to be going hard.
You're a little horny creep.
TJ,
And you
touch
hop into
stars,
other people's
TJ,
shit.
touch
I was literally, I was the first one to vouch for you saying you
Vance.
came for me. Like,
Vance
on
is
some
here.
real shit, you're weird. All of these motherfuckers.
It snowed a little bit in New England, so he's got that on because
And
it's
you
cold.
keep mind, oh, Gunyan. You don't know how to mind your fucking business. And now it's your turn to feel the wrath. And that's what Jimmy was talking about when he said, you don't know what I know.
I have to admit, I like watching these content creators fight. Pro boxing is pretty boring to me.
You fought Jimmy and then you cried like a bitch.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's what are they going after TJ now?
A bitch.
You beat up a retard.
30 pounds less than you with haymakers took you down. Period.
I didn't even get knocked out.
Yes, you did.
Wow, they really are talking about fights now.
You forgot?
I almost don't want to answer the chat because I want to hear what they're
You
saying.
threw that bendo and thought you were going to get away like a white woman. You got your ass clocked.
And I didn't fight back because I didn't want to.
They're mad. Everyone has been fucking with everyone up to this point. Perfect. Fantastic.
Yes, I have.
feel like a pervert?
Actually.
Then why
I love watching trained fighters, but I also love watching inexperienced fighters duke it out. It's fresh, and you never know what to expect. I'll say one thing real quick, all right? I'll say one thing
I
real
don't
quick.
fucking argue with people.
Yeah, but you got beat up.
Hold on.
She clocked me.
Every time I want to answer, it's something good. Something
Okay,
good
and
happens.
Yeah, it's a
I could have
lie.
fought back, but I didn't fucking do it because I didn't
Yes,
want to
you
get
could
sent
have. You
home.
started it. You pushed the face.
Everyone in the room noticed Shinji still in the background while everyone.
Someone's really gonna ring the bell to box
He doesn't
somebody
speak
else.
English. You can't even talk to Shinji. He doesn't know what you're saying half the time. It's like fucking retarded.
You got clocked.
Oh,
man, this is
sitting around chatting.
this is too good. I can't
He
talk.
barely speaks English.
You know what to do, Frank.
Half the shit you say to Shinji, he doesn't even understand. It's like having a retarded guy in here.
You have to turn your head to
For real.
9/11 on Frank's back. He put up the tattoo like Photoshop.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So I'll say real quick, all right? I'll say real quick. Basically, yeah, I agree. It is fun to watch the content creators every now and again. I still have to feel compelled to watch them, but it can be interesting because the thing is, boxing is too refined at this point, and guys are not fighting to put on entertaining fights. They're not fighting to put on good fights. They're fighting to win, to pad records and try and protect their O, right? Nobody wants to take chances, and nobody wants to go in there and just go blow for blow and see who the better man is. Nobody wants that anymore, right? Same thing's starting to happen with MMA. You know, I remember the early days of MMA. Pride is what got me into MMA. I just wanted to box, and then I wrestled in high school, and then I found Pride Fighting Championships, and I was like, man, this is crazy. Everybody knows about Don Fry versus Takayama, right? You don't have that in MMA anymore. You have Islam Makhachev realizing he's way out of his depth and holding on for dear life to get a win against Volkanovski. Now, sure, the next time he knocked him out, but Volkanovski was sitting on the couch until 2 weeks before. So it's like, okay.
Like you're not really fighting back as hard as you could be about this.
It's
different though.
He just sits on like a bench.
They're trying to coach Trish now.
You're looking at like a fucking dust ball over there. You're trying to
He's not right now.
Shut up.
TJ, were you yelling at Jimmy
Take
the whole time?
TJ spit over you when you slept one morning and stared at your feet and thrust it.
You know the
towards
funny
them.
thing? I actually think the way Dunye is, I feel like there's a 50-50 chance that he fights the exact same way that I picture Trish fighting, right? I picture Trish fighting basically like throwing like that. There's a 50-50 chance that Dunye fights like that. So there's a 50-50 chance that I think Tay could actually take Dunye, if I'm being honest with you. I was going to say, like, I want to see Trish and Dunye fight, but then I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, even if Dunye fights like a pussy, he's still kind of got that, like, he's still a man, right? He's got the body and build of a man. But at the very least, they're really calling him that. But Tay, like, I think Tay fights well enough as to where she could take out Dunye.
I don't give a fuck. What type of shit is on there, man?
That's why you were
I want to answer the other one real quick, okay? Himalayan Tongue-Tied says, Scott, don't you think the whole Aikido thing is a bit harmful in terms of some people who don't know any better actually believing it and walking away misinformed, thinking that's what it is? Even if it is, I'll be honest with you, I really don't care that much. I went on a comedy show and I tried to be comedic. I tried to be comedic in multiple ways. No, I didn't actually learn karate in prison, right? You know, I'm not walking away thinking that people are going to go to prison because they think they get free karate classes, right? It just kind of is what it is. If somebody is foolish enough to take what they heard on a comedy show as, like, legit, you know. Plus, in addition to that, when I was teaching when I was teaching the jiu-jitsu, I called it jiu-jitsu. I literally said paro once, which is Portuguese for stop, right? Except they're like paro, right? They say it like that. And I also called it jiu-jitsu as well. So it's like, if you were watching the whole thing through, you would know, like, obviously it wasn't really Aikido.
Horses, touchy fucks horses, touchy fucks horses.
Johnny threw 100 ass kicks. Johnny threw 100 axe kicks round 1 last night and then gassed Johnny Walker. Oh, that sucks. I do like Johnny Walker. He's a fun personality. He's just not my favorite. And just there's something about him. Looking at him, I know he's probably never going to be a champion. Right? And I'm not saying that like, oh man, he sucks. He ain't no good. No, like, He could be one of those Joe Lozon types, if we're being honest here. One of those dudes who like he never ended up winning a championship belt, right? He never won a belt, but you know everybody loves him and everybody's always excited to see him. And because of that, he never got cut, and he basically has free reign to do what he wants, right? That's almost an even better position to be in than a former champion, honestly. There's a lot of former champions who they lose the belt, and you know they're given a lot more leeway compared to somebody who never won a championship belt. But I mean, look at Tony Ferguson, right? People clown on him now as though he wasn't like scary years ago.
He just wants to sit and talk to Trish.
Yeah. They always conspire together in the room with her.
That's crazy.
Too.
It's a shame we didn't get the fight between Cole and Brian. Yeah, that would have been great.
Yes, you did, bitch. You never had that many snacks in your life in here, bitch.
Yes, I've been fucking collecting.
Not all of those snacks, bitch. Stop.
What did Fatty just slam on the
Tried
ground?
real hard to save her too. What's up with that?
I love how Oliver is just wearing one of the karate geese. None of those karate geese have been washed either. I don't think.
All your shit is
I was trying to kill her.
Well, I want to check something. I don't know how the director cam works, so I don't know if it's like there or not. They have like a director's cam or
You
something.
got a little weird. You got a little creepy with her. You got a little creepy with her.
Of course, people don't go to prison and get
You let her suck your tit and you
the
got a
free.
hot tub.
Of course, people
Perverted fuck.
don't go to prison to get free karate class experience. They go there to get some gay experience in the shower.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are. So y'all didn't do that.
You'd be surprised, you know.
Okay, so I did happen.
I'm sure it's happened before.
So what am I making up?
Auto mode, yeah. I don't know how auto mode works. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's still on there or not. Oh, he's got those things you throw on the ground, the snap bangs, doesn't he?
What's up? I'm just saying.
I wanted to like.
How you have a dad from the Philippines and you don't? I'm just.
ASF versus Frank Hassel, let's go, dude. That'd be fantastic.
I just hate dumb bitches.
Chris just out of nowhere. I hate dumb bitches. What is Tay doing? She's reaching in the fire
Dog
or
Jimmy out,
something.
it's now your turn. Because you dog Jimmy out bad. And you were talking so much shit about
Ring the bell, TJ.
What
You
you
can
gonna do,
take it.
bitch? What you gonna do, you little perverted fuck? You gonna do something to him, bro? Do
He's
something
not.
about
He's
it.
just gonna sit here.
You don't like it, do something about it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and take it.
Just like it, y'all did Jimmy Nifty, it's your turn. Yeah. Be quiet over there. No, but not like
Why's
not
Fatty
the
got
way you were,
the
bitch.
plate
You were
carriers
trying to
on?
get
I'm
paid.
confused. He's probably just got them on because it's funny, but you know. Those sounds are ASF bowel movements, dude. He sounds like a truck backfiring every time he takes a shit.
You always say somebody
Ring the bell on Fatty for boxing.
Your face was literally look like a cartoon figure in that fucking wall,
Okay.
bitch. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it.
Just pushed out of his seat. He's like, nah. Not only are you getting out of your seat, you're not allowed to leave the area. You have to stand next to where you were sitting.
This is not fucking Powerpuff Girls. This is the fucking bitch thing. You bitch, because
he needed a second. He needed a second to take a breath in between just absolutely laying into Trish.
Yes, you were, bitch. Yes, you were. She said she gave you advice too, bitch. So you slow down.
Damn, dude, that bell needs to be rung. Yeah. I am predicting there will be probably at least one more boxing match. If we're being honest here, there probably will be at least one more boxing match. Oh yeah, by the way, while we're at it, I meant to show you guys this earlier, but
No, you're delusional.
I'm working on a Teespring store because I'm too small time to do anything else. These are actually up right now, but the thing is, I want to tell you to wait on buying anything if you do decide to get anything, because I'm waiting on one to come and I want to confirm that it is actually worth buying. If it's not worth buying, or if there's any like weird quirks I gotta let you know about, then I'm gonna tell you guys like, hey, it's a no-go. Don't even bother. But if you do happen to take the chance, I appreciate it. I'm not
weird little guy.
Yeah, nah. Maybe later I'll post it on Twitter or something like that. I don't know. I'm not here. I'm not here to shill everything. I just happen to remember I had the tab open.
I don't respect them.
He's bitch made.
Yeah, really. And he rhymes with a mutt.
Season 2, so much poison, just awesome. Yeah, there is a lot of vitriol this season, and it is like genuine. Like Sylvia versus Letty last season when they were having their bitch fits at each other. That was like nothing compared to what we've had a lot of this season, especially from Danye towards Trish. That was crazy.
You're such a dog.
About time you get some merch. Thank you, Skelly Butts. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do it up. Scott Sullivan rash guards, dude. I would love to have rash guards like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some Alibaba shit. Maybe I'll get some shit made from maybe I'll get some made in China shit. Does Alibaba still exist? Can you still do Alibaba on not Alibaba, AliExpress? Can you still do AliExpress in America? Is that still a thing? I used to get like mad stuff on that. You get mad cheap shit from there. It's crazy. Of course, it's Chinese labor, right? So you can't guarantee that it's not
So you agree it was bitch made
slave labor. But you know, you try your best is what you do. You try your best.
After she wanted you to go though. You see how she's your friend after Brian left?
Scott, please try to hammer some boxing fundamentals into TJ whenever you go in there. He actually has some chance of winning a fight against one of the other people. Sometimes. No, I definitely will. You know, whenever I'm able to get back in there, I will. You know,
heard the horse porn thing.
It'll be soon.
You had a crazy look on your face. You got up. You went downstairs.
Temu is the new thing. Okay, yeah, I've seen a bunch of ads and things like that. But can you customize things on Temu? Because you could customize things on AliExpress.
So why did you hear the horse porn thing and go downstairs?
I got one of the duck toys from season 1 from AliExpress for like 10 bones. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Why are you scared of it?
What's up, Scott? Haven't caught a stream since Fishtank started. What's going on, Steve H? How you doing, man?
You're so guilty.
It's good to have you
back. So
back.
guilty right now. You're not making sense.
Yo, Scott, 3 favorite fighters of all time. Mine are Machida, Junior Dos Santos, and Liddell. That's a tough one. I'd say Crow Cop is number 1. If we're just talking MMA and kickboxing, Crow Cop is number 1. Fedor is either 2 or 3. I don't know which. And I don't know if I have a third.
Explain to them, not me, dude.
Trying to think.
Fans are watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have a third. I did like Liddell.
That's bestiality. You could have just watched gay porn instead.
Man, that's a tough one to think about the third. I have guys that I like, but I really only know who like my top 2 favorites.
Babysitting stuff on there. There was weird babysitting comments. Did you know about that, Tay? There were weird ass.
I think you'd be better served with something like Big Cartel. Get one of Sam's dudes to come up with some sick designs, high quality stuff. I don't know what Big Cartel is, but I'll go ahead. I'll look it up real quick.
What?
I'm just gonna Google it. That way, it's still up later after this.
I was just doing it because I was acting.
No, I did say
I was just doing it because I was acting.
No, I was just acting.
Yeah.
I was just
That's
acting.
terrible because we won. I didn't have to. Oliver didn't suck my nipple, so.
What?
Even though Frank told him to. Just saying.
Crow Cop was a man of his time.
Actually
Yeah,
did
dude.
that. Nobody else
He really
actually
was.
Chris did.
No, they didn't actually do that though. They were just like laying next to each other.
Crow Cop versus
You were like ready.
Crow Cop versus Fedor was a classic. It was, and it's a good example of what I was talking about. 2 dudes who went in there, and even though they respected each other, they also knew like I gotta really try to fucking kill this guy. You know, they really were going at it in a severe way. You know, and it was exciting. exciting, right? Even though the fight lasted, like there was no knockout. It wasn't because they were being cautious, right? It was because they, you know, it was because they were both just that good. It comes down to it.
Lube Cooch.
Stop vouching for the wrong people.
Coach, for a bodybuilder, how to train cardio and explosiveness? Sprints. Sprints are good for you too because they won't cut into your gains. Distance running cuts into your gains if you're a bodybuilder. Sprints actually can work to help them, right? Yeah, so I mean, there's that. Also, medicine ball drills are very good. Medicine ball drills are good not just for explosiveness, but also for mobility, right? Because the thing is, lifting weights, right? Like, if I curl, I'm doing that, right? All I'm doing is training myself to do that, right? When I bench, I'm just training myself to do that. Squat, same thing. Same thing, deadlift. Though deadlifts are actually, they're a very good exercise for you to do, you know, even with that. But you have to, with medicine balls, you have to utilize different movements that are going to be a little bit more dynamic. They're going to use muscle groups instead of just one muscle, and therefore you're going to get better at using your body in a functional manner, right?
We don't fuck with you here, bro.
You a puppy whimpering man?
Dude, Fatty is just like little Frank here, except he's not little.
Jerk off thing that you do. What is that? Do that.
Here?
Yeah, do it.
No, I don't
want to. Do it right now. Do it right now. Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. Yeah, more. More. Yeah, get into it more. Yeah, dance for me. Dance for me, monkey. Dance for me, monkey. Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing it. Yeah.
Shane was my favorite. His highlights are crazy. Shane Carwin, you're talking about, I believe.
Go ring the bell on somebody.
I never really watched him that much.
I'll be honest with you. Do something. Go ring the bell on somebody. You just sit there quietly.
Ring. Oh man, oops.
Go ring the bell. Go ring the bell, Shinji.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Uh-oh. Oh shit. Hi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's about to do it. He's about to do it. Oh, bro, are you kidding me right now? Uh-oh. 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 He did it. Did he specify who it was, though? Did he specify who he was ringing it for? Was he ringing it for Frank, or was he ringing it for TJ?
He nutted.
Khalil Roundtree is one of my favorite fighters. He is truly a terrifying person to fight. That's somebody else that I've heard a lot about, and I've seen a little bit of him, but I haven't watched a ton of. I guess he's got really good Muay Thai, and it's like more on the traditional side, which is something that you don't see a lot of from guys that are his size. It's tough to be a traditional Muay Thai guy when you're that size, right? The way they move in Thailand is not the way that Westerners were necessarily meant to move, right? Not even necessarily Westerners, but the average Westerner is a lot bigger than the average Thai. So because of that, what you'll see out of us a lot of the time will be a lot different from what you see out of them. This is why the Westerners that do Muay Thai that are really good, like Westerners that are smaller, they tend to take to Muay Thai really, really good.
I didn't like she's behavior in Thailand. Like she try to be winning. Like she never entertain. Like she never like the gratitude for the.
Oh, he's doing it to Trish.
Just beg the cigar or just begging the audience. Even the, last night I lose the battle, but yeah, you know it's quite obvious because like someone like get wild dog for me, then like you get the community services. Like, it's quite obvious.
Any reply?
He's hold on.
A little louder.
I think he's delusional and he's just fucking trying to find reasons while he doesn't have to do shit and he gets fucking all the likes.
Because you guys doesn't ring the bell, right? Why are you afraid of
because I don't need to. I'm
why?
not
He's trying to calmly explain, and it's great.
Then ring the bell.
Argue and fuck up people's shit, right?
Yeah,
Shinji versus Trish fist fight, and of course Dunye can't keep his fat mouth shut.
Guarantee I'll win.
You
Yeah,
told
you just stick on the win. Like you never entertain toward audience. I'm just
told
making.
Brittany to ring the
I tried.
Yeah, you never try. You just steal the coin or steal it.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
something like just try to survive. Yeah.
Regardless, there's a beef to be settled. What I need you guys to do next is clear this area out and just get like a nice open space here. So, Shinji and Trish, move this wood, move this IKEA thing, and get
Viral Spiral says, Scott, when I saw you grapple with Sam, I felt like your level of grappling is late white or early blue. Yeah, well, I don't give a shit what you think. How about that one? Fucking. It doesn't bother me, right? Like, my MMA record is 1-2. Right? I did get knocked out very early in a fight, like basically right as soon as a fight started. I actually am going to tell that story on my Patreon. I also have my most recent fight, which took place in 2019, that is not on my Tapology. I have that coming out next month on my Patreon. I'm going to be reviewing that fight. It's a fight that a lot of people seem to misunderstand. They don't quite understand what ended up happening in it. I see it posted around every now and again. It really doesn't bother me when people look at my record or they see me do something on here and they try to make a judgment of me and my fighting ability. They really don't know. They have no fucking clue. I hold back on literally everybody all the fucking time, to the point where Sam has to tell me, hey, dude, pick it up, dude. Pick it up. And it's because I don't want to take a chance of fucking hurting anybody, right? Either that, or even if it's not that I'm going to get hurt, right? Or, excuse me, even if it's that, like, they're not going to get hurt, like, everything going up, everything increasing in intensity.
You guys know what wall sits are?
They got to do wall sit challenge.
Wall sits. Whoever can squat on the wall the longest wins.
I'll continue in a second.
Have to sleep in the doghouse.
The doghouse? Where is the doghouse? They're going to have to make one out of the mats.
You have to be with your legs out like this. And if you start to slip, just readjust your legs. But
having a good time.
do an actual wall sit.
Yeah, make them do real wall sits. I was too nice to him when I did the wall sit challenge last time. But what I was saying is it really doesn't bother me because people don't truly understand like how good I am because I don't bother showing how good I am, right? I'm not going to roll with somebody and absolutely try and mog them, whether it's Sam or the fish. You may have noticed I was letting the fish work, right? I could have easily grabbed the fish, hit a scissor sweep on him or something, anything. I could have hit a triangle choke. I could have hit whatever I felt like hitting, but I didn't do that because why would I do that? What's the point, right? That would be mean. That would be mean of me. That'd be totally. Oh, is Frank gonna mess with them? Uh-oh. Anyway, it doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I know how good I am. Fucking. And, yeah, at the end of the day, like, one roll with Sam on a random, was it a Monday or a Wednesday? I think it was a Monday, where we're just kind of messing around, flowing. You know, I'm not really concerned. What the hell just happened?
Yeah. That might be a ground team question.
Alright, IR is on.
Slipping right here.
Oh, man. Yo, the whole house is off. Did they lose power? It's not snowing here anymore. It's all good. Yeah, the cameras are still on, and there's also a floodlight right there. Ah, Trish, what is that, bro? What is that?
Where did your cigarette go? Where did your cigarette go, Shinji?
That would be like a high school student beating up grade school kids. Yes, exactly. I'm not gonna kill the fish, right? Don't get me wrong. There was gonna be a point with the karate, right? If everything turned out the way that I was expecting it to, we would have built up to a point where we were sparring, and I would have probably kicked it up on the fish, right? Even the body shot sparring, I was not going that hard, right? The punches I was throwing were on the harder side, but there wasn't a ton of conviction in them. And in addition to that, I wasn't trying to go at them as though I was really trying to hurt them, right? I was giving them plenty of opportunity to work as well. In addition to that, I was also letting them work because when they worked, they'd rear back and that'd give me an opportunity to sneak something through, right? I will say that. But I'm not really concerned if somebody thinks I'm a good fighter or a bad fighter, etc., etc. Like, they don't want to fight me, you know. I had somebody on Twitter actually.
Don't be sorry, you just sleep in the doghouse. Okay. Move it into the doghouse.
Oh man, Shinji's sleeping in the doghouse. Anyway, like there was a guy on Twitter the other day, right? He was some jiu-jitsu nerd from I think Michigan or something like that. He was affiliated with the Satanic Temple, which I put an open challenge out to them, saying that if any of them want to fight, like let me know, we can fight, right? We can figure something out. Legally, of course, it'd be a legal fight. I'm not saying I would. Yeah, we're not just gonna assault each other or anything like that. Right, this guy pulled up my record and was like, your last fight was 8 years ago. Wrong, it was not 8 years ago. And then he ended up saying like, I don't know why you're talking. And I was like, well, you want to fight? You think you could beat me? Why don't we fight? No answer. Ignored me. Didn't want to answer, right? Anybody who talks shit about my fighting ability, 9 times out of 10, in fact, more than 9 times out of 10, they aren't going to want to fight me in the first place. So it doesn't really matter that much to me, right? It's also why bodybuilders talking shit doesn't faze me either. Oh, there it is. It's also why bodybuilders talking shit doesn't faze me either, because like when Cole called me pot-bellied and things like that, like that was insecurity on his part, if I'm being honest. Me, like, I don't have issues with Cole at all, and he said some things yesterday or the day before on one of his streams that, you know, made it seem like he wanted to just bury the hatchet. Not that there ever was a hatchet to be had, but I do think the reason why he was like, oh, the pot-bellied guy, Scott, the reason why he resorted to that is because in his mind, he's trying to square the circle of, I lift weights, I look good, I'm really strong. Why does this fat guy kick my ass whenever we fight? He's trying to square that circle in his head, and because he can't, it made him a little bit upset, and that's why he called me pot-bellied, right? It's just funny to me. People truly don't understand what it's about, and they don't understand what they're doing and saying when they say weird stuff like that, right?
It's right here.
10 out of 10, anyone who talks about your lack of skills are here to troll. Don't even bother responding. Oh yeah, and typically I wouldn't bother. Like you're right. Typically I wouldn't bother, but I did see a few of those going around over the last day or two, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Someone came here to say something, I'll say something about it real quick. But yeah, you are right. I'm not gonna bother with people like that, you know? Muscle does help though. The idea that benching has zero translation to fighting is dumb. Plenty of fighters bench. That's a cope. That is a cope, right? And I'm not saying you're wrong, right? It's a cope because you're correct. Right? At the end of the day, lifting weights helps. Bench press is typically not the thing you want to do, though. There's other exercises that are going to be better for you in terms of lifting weights to get this area, you know, the shoulders, the triceps, things like that, right? There's better lifts for that, right? Things that are a little bit more dynamic. They are similar to the bench, but they are not exactly a bench press, right? So yes, you are correct, but the reason I call it a cope is because if you were to take someone who only bench pressed, or not just bench press, they only bench press, squat, and they curl. That's all they do, right? That's their whole workout, is just either bodybuilding lifts or powerlifting lifts. And you say, hey, fight this guy who trains to fight. They're screwed. That's just how it is. The reason I call it a cope is because whenever you say anything about, like, hey, lifting weights doesn't necessarily mean you know how to fight, there's always some guy who gets really, really butthurt whenever you say anything bad about lifting, who pops out the woodwork and goes, well, actually, you know, lifting weights can be good for fighting, though. I mean, plenty of fighters lift. And it's like, yeah, okay, dude, I get it. You know, I get it. I didn't say lifting weights was bad. What the hell? I thought it.
Japanese guy run his pockets.
I didn't say lifting weights was bad. I just said lifting weights does not mean you can fight.
I thought
That's it.
Yeah?
Ask Shinji whenever he gets out the doctor.
God damn it, Mary Beth.
Maybe you can go talk to him about it while he's in there.
I love Arthur.
How did that how did that whore win that? How did that whore win the beef, huh? What the fuck is this shit, dude? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably a technicality. Ben was probably like, you know, I don't like how Shinji... Or not a technicality. Ben probably saw Shinji was like doing something weird, and he was probably like, nah, I'm calling that.
I'm trying so hard to help you, man.
I'm like, what's up? You from Florida? He like, New Zealand. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone?
Megan's like, oh, man. That's a
Sleeping around. I was just like, yeah, I gave it away. I'm like, yeah.
They definitely shut the light off.
You know what I mean? Give him no peace. He thought he was from the bottom, so that's why I said, I was like, you're from Florida? He had a whole grill in this shit. I'm like, damn. Come here with that accent and he's sleeping all that stuff.
So when people are in the doghouse, you can throw shit on them and like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just checking something real quick. I wanted to make sure of
Shout out to the fish
wanted to make sure of something.
Is he in the doghouse?
Yeah. I thought he dated black women, but he never had a black bitch.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying the way you came in a culture appropriate.
And you can mostly win with heart and a bit of blood, and you can mostly win with heart and a bit of oh. Crater. I was gonna read that whole. Thing. You almost got me with that. You almost had me there. You almost had me. LOL Frank about a Mog Shinji in the doghouse. Wait. Oh yeah, dude. Tonight is gonna be insane. The day of reckoning for Shinji.
You're a bottom bitch.
You're more of a bottom bitch.
Yeah, you are.
You have to end this, Judge.
What do you mean?
Why are you on this guy inside?
You saw her get kicked in the head by accident at that show, right? That does look a lot like Taylor, but I don't think it was Taylor. Although I'd love to find out it was.
My fucking state is the standard for goals. Are you
Does Judge still do his stand-up tour? Yeah, he's got a couple of dates coming up, if I remember correctly.
Didn't I just tell you one?
I'll go ahead and.
Yeah, but like, you got some or not?
I've had some. I don't need a fucking grill.
Okay.
You're culture appropriating. You came here with black forces and you're whining.
Where are your black forces at?
Oh, Dunye's going at Oliver. Yeah, I guess Philadelphia on the 15th and Buffalo on the 23rd. Which I forget when Fishtank ends, but I know in 4 days. I know tomorrow is when I mean, you know, tomorrow he's got a date in Philadelphia. I don't know about the 23rd. I would assume Fishtank is still going on at that point.
You know what you're missing.
Is it?
You need to come down to my state.
Man, 6 weeks.
I think he took my shoes.
Damn.
That's the thing. I know
So that would be like 30 plus 14 or something like that. I don't know. I'm bad at math. I love fighting, but I have no ground game at all. Well, do some jujitsu, friend.
You want a glass of Josh?
Iron Poop. What are you sorry about? It ends day 42. Oh yeah, so yeah, there's literally 2 weeks left, 14 days.
You haven't done shit. You won the challenge because of me, so.
Bum Sam's performing in Buffalo, my old stomping ground. I'm about 4,000 miles away now. Yeah, I mean, I hear Buffalo is up to everybody's knees in snow right now, so maybe that's not a terrible thing for you.
Shut up.
He told me he eats girls' asses, and I told him my ass was way cleaner than any bitch she's ever ate. And that's a fact.
Oh man, there's no TTS. This would have been a perfect time for TTS.
They want to do pacifier treatment to me.
They had a. Oh, you can't see it, but they gave. I would assume they gave multiple people this, or maybe even everybody. But I ended up getting a TTS token.
Ooh, no, I'd never do shit like that.
You think they bring back Jimmy for a third time? I don't know. I have a feeling that bridge is probably burned. So, I don't want to say no, but I also don't think I can say yes.
Where you won the shot of juice today?
Because of me.
You just laid there.
I told you what to do.
I don't know. I thought I did pretty good.
You did okay. It was more so my doing anyway. I was your mother. Did you forget?
Yeah, it was awesome. You killed that shit.
They really are just like... I like how they all just decide they're going to switch to one person. It's not like Fatty's going after Trish and Dunye's going after TJ. And no, it's like Frank starts talking to Oliver. They all go after Oliver. Like, Fatty mentioned something about Trish. Everybody's going after Trish now.
Please use that.
Okay, no.
Who you got for DDP versus Strickland? I'm not 1,000% sure. I want Strickland more than I want DDP, but I wouldn't be unhappy with either of them. I haven't seen too much Duplessis though. I'll be honest with you. Like, I haven't seen too much out of him. I hear people don't think he's that good. I hear they think he moves weird and like stilted and stuff like that. Which, like, even if he does, it's like if he's gotten this far, I don't think that's a bug. That's probably a feature. You know. It's just like Mayweather. Like, they tell you not.
Maybe Chris, maybe
they tell you not to have your hands down in boxing. Your hands should always be here, right? But then someone like Mayweather comes along, and Mayweather isn't the first person to utilize the Philly shell. He's probably just the most famous example of it at this point, right? All of a sudden, one of his hands drops, right? Now, people might look at that and be like, "Oh, that's not right. That's not orthodox boxing." That's what is this stuff? He's not gonna make it far, and then when he ends up, what was it? He was 50-0, right? I always forget where he ended up ending off. It was either 49 or 50-0. You know, when he ends up being 50-0,
Rhode Island is different. White population.
At that point, is it really wrong? Is it a bug or is it a feature? I'd say it's a feature, right? And the same thing with Strickland. He kind of has that modified Philly shell. He walks around like this. Everything says that he should not be doing well in the way that he is. Everything says he should not be a champion, a UFC champion right now, but he is. So is the modified Philly shell a bug or is it a feature? And the same thing with DDP. If it is true, if I did hear right, if people think he isn't that good and he moves weird, but now he's challenging for the middleweight championship of the world, is it a bug or is it a feature? Which one? I'd say it's probably a feature at this point.
That's why she got beat up.
The old shoulder roll.
He did get beat up.
Philly shell is easy to teach too. It is. DDP is one of the weirdest fighters in recent memory. He kind of doesn't look very good a lot of the time and does move weird, but he just keeps finishing everyone and steamrolled Whitaker. Yeah.
Even if I didn't expect it, I still wasn't gonna do it.
It's a feature.
You know, but you can throw shit on people though, and you can mush her in the face.
They're talking to her about the punch again.
Mushing somebody in the face is allowed.
Well, if that's
no, stop being a Karen, bitch. It's not allowed. So you reap the consequences, like I said.
What's going on, Dubes? Damn, I went the pub for a Swift Guinness. Just seen the piss video. This is getting insane. I don't know why. That the first half of that kind of sounded like Dracula flow.
I never ever.
Damn, I just went to the pub for a Swift Guinness. Just seen the piss video.
I wouldn't even consider that getting my ass.
You did get your ass whooped. You didn't do nothing back.
Cause I wasn't going to.
Yeah, nah, but you can.
Scott, you should check out Ty/Simon's new rap music video he dropped. Shit's hilarious. Oh, I did. I commented on it.
That's a bitch.
Yeah, I commented on it.
It has real anger issues. You play like you're slow, but you know better. Okay. That's why if a black girl was here,
this whole slashing toys shit is getting lame though. Oh, just be patient.
A black bitch will beat the fuck out of you. My cousins, your age, will dog your ass. I'm telling you. They come in here and let them be a freeloader. I'll show you. I promise you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Loop Cooch?
Hey, you thought Oliver was stronger than me. That's why you want to see that arm wrestle. You thought Brian could handle me. That's why you want to see us wrestle. And I proved you wrong. So I'm just gonna show you, like, don't let the feminism fool you, because I get active with niggas for real.
He would fuck you up.
What?
I'm telling, bitch, because you're boring. Period.
So now he's kind of threatening Trish, which is like, don't cross over into that, Dunye, because like I'm not a simp. I'm not in love with Trish. All right, like she's just kind of somebody on the show, but like don't make it into a situation where it's like, oh, when I get back in there, I might have to start planting leg kicks on you. You know, I don't care that you're effeminate. All right. You're still, again, like, I still feel like he could probably beat up, what's-her-face, Trish, just because Trish is, like, she's actually, like, legitimately feminine, you know?
Like, at least speak your shit and, like, know about your culture. Like, you're just a white girl. Yeah, I'm sick of it.
Scott, I got a scarf. Hold on, my mat enemy today. What?
Because I'm getting paid real good.
Huh?
You are bothered.
You got what? What's a scarf? Oh, scarf. Oh, Scott, I got a scarf hold on my mat enemy today. Tapped him like Barnett. Good for you, Jason. Good for you. I like to hear that. I don't like Dunye, but it's hard to argue he's not entertaining. Oh yeah, he's very entertaining. He's very entertaining, and that's part of the reason I don't like him, is because the way he's entertaining, he's very good at it, and I don't like people who are like him, right? I know outside of this situation, he's probably a lot more tame, so I don't hate him, but as much as I laugh at him, I'm also like, I want to get in there, I want to wring his neck.
Okay, it's all part of wardrobe.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Unless
is.
wardrobe handed to you.
You stared at it intentionally.
You did. Didn't you not see her?
It was
Take
her
it to
shit.
my room.
You were in her hand-me-down.
Dunye has been repeating the same script since day one. The fact that they still don't have any comebacks is sad. Yeah, they don't have anything at all.
Directly to the flashlight, and now he hurt himself.
I do. I love to talk circus
without getting your facts right.
You see, the issue with Trish is that she actually feels shame for some of the things that she's been a part of, for some of the things that she's done and had done to her, right? Dunye is shameless. He feels no shame, right? He has no shame. So because of that, when Dunye goes after Trish for something that Dunye has probably done and has probably done worse than, Trish, because she feels shame, is like, no, I didn't fuck 10 guys. No, that didn't happen though. No, you see, this is what happened here. Like, she has to explain. And in an argument, if you're explaining, you're losing. Right? Dunye knows enough to stay on the offensive. Anything she says, he does. You see right there?
Why didn't you make him a meal?
He's not my man.
He was. You cried over him. You were.
Because I care about him. That's all.
See, you hear that? She's like, oh, you don't even make your man a meal. He's not my man. Like, don't fucking explain.
AKA fuck.
Like, her best bet would be like, you sound jealous. Are you jealous because Brian went for me and not your dumbass? He wanted actual pussy and not boy butt? Is that what you're upset about? That's what she should be saying, but instead she's like, oh no, he's not my man.
You're good, right? I'm good, but I don't want to get like
Verbal MMA advice. Yes, exactly.
You're afraid of the bugs.
Verbal judo.
He's afraid of everything. Yeah. He's afraid of the light.
Feeling like she has to prove anything to him is an L. Yes, exactly.
So weak. We gotta deport him tomorrow. Yeah. On Monday.
Just go back.
I'm gonna call immigration.
Dunye is gonna get it. Just wait. Followed by a water drip.
Third World Island, you mean? That's Third World Island.
Yeah, I should come visit sometime.
I don't.
He's a professional instigator. Yeah, I'd say so for sure.
He said he got beat up, or not beat up, but he got chased by 2 aboriginals and he ran. I'm not running from 2 people. I'm beating ass. I'm fighting.
They had bottles as well.
Did she say she's eating ass? Dunye could not fight 2 people. I wouldn't just fight 2 people, right? Like if TJ and Dunye came at me, I'd be like,
you guys are a bunch of haters.
all right, fine. You know, fine. I'll fight. But like Frank and like Oliver, right? And I'm not even saying that like, oh man, they can totally fight. Like I'd be a little bit more like, you know, they're not exactly, you know, one of them isn't an effeminate dude, right? And the other one isn't somebody who I know is not capable of really throwing punches. There's just something inside him where he doesn't want to throw punches. He wants to wait for punches to come in. So like, as aggressive as I would definitely try to be in a situation if I absolutely had to fight these two guys right here, I know that my chances against those two is probably not that great comparatively. So if I could just get out of there, if I could just try to escape, I'd do that. With Dunye and TJ, though, the threshold is a lot higher. Meaning the threshold is to where I'm like, you know what? I don't know, man. Maybe I should just get out of here. Maybe if Dunye had like a bat, or like if he picked up one of those things, I'd be like, oh, all right, it's starting to get a little bit more serious here. You know, maybe you give TJ a gun, and maybe I'm like, ah, man, this is starting to get a little, I don't know, maybe I should get out of here, right? But yeah, you know, would you fight two Jimmies? That's a really good question. On one hand, I think maybe I could, but on the other hand, like I said, the threshold is a little bit lower compared to, say, Dunye and TJ. And that's after I saw what he's able to do. TJ, geez, Jimmy is not a good fighter when it comes down to it, but the way he uses his lack of fighting ability is not the absolute worst. If you watch the video where I talk about the fight between he and Jimmy, he and TJ, I mean, you'll actually see I kind of give Jimmy a little bit of props, because if you don't know how to fight, you basically want to be the way that Jimmy was. You want to be very aggressive, you want to move forward, you want to push people up against walls, or push them over things, right? Use your environment to your advantage, and you want to crowd them in a way that they're not going to be able to really throw punches at you or anything. Unfortunately for Jimmy, he also does not know how to throw punches at all, and he didn't land anything when he had TJ up against the wall. The only thing he landed was the nut shot followed by an overhand right, a short overhand right. That was actually it was interesting, and that's not a bad tactic to go for in a street fight. But I'm not saying I condoned it for this, and I don't want a giant eruption. I don't want a giant fight to erupt, alright? I'm not taking sides here, alright? Miss me with that dumb shit. Jimmy lost steam too early, though. Yeah, that's because he doesn't have a gas tank and he doesn't know how to chill.
He's taking a nap.
Yeah. He's done his job unlike others.
I were to fight Jimmy, I would do a front flip, then midair reverse backflip in the same one jump. It's funny because I can picture something like that, and it's some of the most surreal shit. I don't know if you guys noticed. Maybe it was just me, but I could swear I saw the light flicker right there, like it wanted to turn on, but it just couldn't quite do it. If you watch Frank's normal content, he usually does a lot more, but that wouldn't be allowed on this show. He has to contain himself. Yeah, no, I've seen some of Frank's content. You know, it's really good. Scott, did you see Jimmy's claim why he got gas so early? He said the gloves were weighted and he was forced to chain smoke ciggies right before. LOL. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not 1,000% convinced that cigarettes will have that kind of effect on you in the immediate moment. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if chain smoking cigarettes is going to really do that to you on that kind of level, if I'm just being honest with you. Now, they just, every now and again, they come back to him and they just say the name. As for weighted gloves, no, the gloves were not weighted. The gloves that he had on were 16 ounces. It was 1 pound on each hand. It was not that bad. If he was 175 pounds, he was probably closer to like 180, 190, somewhere around there. If he was fighting, he would be using
He's gonna think about it.
Well, it really depends. It really depends. But they use 16-ounce gloves depending on the weight class in Muay Thai and certain other combat sports, right? Like if you're training and you're got him. If you're training and you're my size, you're going to be using 16-ounce gloves. So what I'm trying to say is there was nothing abnormal about the gloves that he was given.
All right. I already helped you out with $1,500. You can't get another sip of this.
Don't want to share?
No. Share my profit with you last.
There have been boxers smoking in between rounds. It's documented. Oh, yeah. Jimmy can't take a full breath with his rounded shoulders and seahorse posture. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with that, you know? The movie Bloodsports was a documentary. Frank Dukes is real. I agree. I agree. Hey, Scott, do you think starting MMA at 26 to try and snag some fights is pointless? I've been wanting to do it, but I feel like I'm too old. I missed my chance. No, you're not too old. There's dudes that start training in their 30s.
For probably the next 3 hours or something like that.
3 hours. It's getting real around here. You think everybody's power's out or it's just this house?
Some of the neighbors are good. Most of them are not.
Oh shit.
I just want to hear this.
We're gonna be surviving off wood
Off
for the
wood.
next few days, and taking scheduled bathroom breaks.
Uh-oh.
And the water and the electricity are on the fritz.
It's camping part 2.
Hear that cricket? It's lit.
Yeah, you hear the cricket.
Anyway, no, like there's dudes that start training in their 30s and they have their first fight when they're in their 40s. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you're going to be a UFC champ tomorrow, right? Stranger things have happened. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't seem like you're thinking like, oh, dude, I gotta make a UFC run, bro. It doesn't seem like you're approaching it from that angle, so that's probably good. Even if you were 19, that'd probably be good. My thoughts on fighting as a career have kind of changed a little bit since then. But yeah, I mean, go for it, dude. Totally, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Really love Nick Rochefort's Van Damme impression, dude. Nick Rochefort does really good impressions. I love his impressions. They're always so funny. If you could withstand the initial blitz by 2 Jimmies and remain evasive, you could gas them out pretty fast. They'd be easy work, but 2 Jimmies might bum rush you. Yes, and if they bum rushed me, what I would want to do, right? Let me see something here, right? I want to see if I can. Oh wait, no, I know what I can do. I know what I'll do.
Have you guys ever been camping?
Oh yeah.
I love camping.
Yeah.
I love camping.
It, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to camp?
Don't worry, it's coming.
I like
It's
camping
coming.
in the woods a lot.
Anywhere in particular? Like a park or something?
Doing hard things grows 2 parts of your brain that are responsible for the will to live. It also shrinks when you enjoy the task or don't challenge yourself. Andrew Huberman versus or David Goggins.
Maybe there's some nasty.
Yeah, I can agree. You know, self-improvement through struggle. All right, so Jay.
Nothing at all. As long as there's no.
Don't worry, I'm setting something up here, right?
Rules, I'm a happy camper.
Right.
Nice.
Bad news, guys. We're the only humans left on planet Earth.
It's apocalypse.
That would be a bad batch of people left though.
Is that a cricket?
Yeah, several of them.
They're still going?
Yeah.
There's still a lot.
Some literally had babies in here.
All right, so
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So here's me, here's J1, here's J2. All right, two Jimmies. We'll call them Jim and Jam. Okay. In fact.
the thing, I have my culture with me. And
Hold up.
I can reproduce and pass it down.
Yeah, thank God.
Ah, damn it.
Thank God you have
God dang it.
so much about your ancestry.
Yeah.
That we can carry that on.
Carry that on, yeah.
Okay.
Wipe out some other
Again.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, we can wipe out some other races like Oliver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ethnic cleansing?
No, not just only him. Wipe out his.
Alright, so, now.
My genes are strong, so I know they can wipe yours out.
I think you got a crush on me.
Not at all.
Yeah, you do, Dunye. Shut the fuck up.
Supposed to happen yet.
That is not it. Uh-oh. Damn, bro. I'm fucking up in the game right now. My bad.
That's the last
So,
person in the world.
here's the thing, right? They would both try and bum rush me, and what I would want to do is I would want to come around this side. Because the thing is, Jimmy, right? What he has to do then... Oh, damn. I'm fucking up in the game here. But what this Jimmy has to do then...
I don't know, man.
is go that way to meet me. This Jimmy has to go this way. And you see what happens here. This Jimmy is now in the way of this Jimmy. Okay? Then I can deal with one at a time. What I might end up doing, and you'll actually see, I talked about this when I was training John. I might end up employing some kind of tie plum or some kind of grappling move, some kind of standing grappling move in a bid to try my best to take Jim and throw him into jam, right? And it's little things like that. Like, fighting multiple people is not an exact science, okay? But there are things that are kind of proven to make it a little bit easier, right? Bottlenecks are another one. If I could get behind a door, like,
What a day.
How did you guys do with your scripts?
like, if I could get, like, let's say this door wasn't here. If I could get behind this door, right, only one of them could get through at a time. So I could easily try and dispatch one of them before the other one either gets through or runs around there, right? Regardless, though, like, there's methods that make it a little bit easier. A lot of fighting multiple people has to do with what is at your disposal. Jim and Jam, yes. Would it be possible to move out of the way right at the time of Jim's haymaker punch and push Jam into it, resulting in Jim KOing Jam? Potentially. It depends on the situation, you know? You know, like let's say we were up against the wall, right? There's one, Jim is right here, okay, and Jam is over here. Jim is trying to hold me up against the wall. Jam is rearing back to throw a haymaker. For one thing, the way Jam is going to throw his haymaker, he's going to reach back and he's going to throw real wide. So there's a chance I might not even have to do anything in the first place. Jim, or whoever it was, whether it was Jim or Jam, they might end up hitting the other one by mistake. Right? But if I had to, what I could do, if I noticed that was coming in, I could try to, say, like, arm drag my way out of it. That way, if the punch is coming in from this angle, and here's, you know, the one that I was dealing with pushing me against the wall, I could move him from here to here. That way the punch comes in and goes bang. That's a legit potential. You never know. Like I said, it really depends on what you have at your disposal. Scott doing Chuck Norris moves from the President's Man. Trying my best. Trying my best is what I'm trying to do. Jorge George says, "This is the expert MMA analysis we expect from you, Scott. Thank you for this, Kino." Hey, dude, anytime, man. Anytime. Chuck Norris has red hair like Scott. Does he have red hair like me? I know he's like blonde, but does he have red hair in that way? I wanna check real quick. I wanna check. Wow. Yeah, he does. Wow. I never realized that. See, when you're a redhead like me, you look at people. I'll go ahead and you know, we'll go ahead and right. So when you're a redhead like me, you see dudes like this, and you're like, that's not a redhead. That dude's got like brown hair. But when you see this, it's in the right light. You realize, oh no, that is straight up red hair. Chuck Norris is a ginger. I didn't realize that. Holy shit, right? That's pretty crazy. I'm wondering if there's anything else. Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh, top 10 Chuck Norris facts. You remember when Chuck Norris facts were the thing? I ended up saying I ended up telling some of the kids in my class about Chuck Norris jokes, and I told them a couple of the jokes that I remembered, and I just remember one of the kids in my class looking at me like, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "That's cringe, bro." I was like, "Well, I mean, what are you into? Fortnite and broccoli hair? You zoomer, you zoomer piece of shit." That's what I said to him. I called him a zoomer piece of shit, and I need him right in the head. He was 13.
We'll grab your phone. How about that? I'll bring your phone.
When the eyes of the ranger are upon you.
What color is your phone?
I've never actually seen Walker, Texas Ranger. I just know the theme song. Us, what's going on, my dude Chris?
It was for Fanny to follow up on.
Seagal is a ginger too, but he colors it? No way, I don't believe that. I think you're lying to me. I think you're lying to me. How to fight a larger opponent? Depends on how much larger they are. For one thing, you're either gonna be and it depends on what kind of fight, right? You're either gonna be good all the way out or all the way in. All right. You don't want to get caught in the pocket. You also need to understand that on your way inside, chances are you're going to get hit. That's just the way that it is. It sucks, but you got to deal with it. You got to be willing to deal with it. If you grapple with them, you want to end up on top every single time. You don't want to end up on bottom with somebody who's bigger than you. That's just the case, right? What else?
Himself.
Trish did.
Wall sits.
Yeah, wall squats.
Yeah, I mean, there is more to it than that. It's just like I said, it really depends on the situation. Like, I wouldn't fight somebody who's bigger than me the same way if I was doing boxing compared to Muay Thai. Like, when I get in Muay Thai, I want to be very, very careful because it's going to be easy for him to just clinch with me and start throwing knees. Clinch, like if it was me versus Sam, I would typically not want to clinch with Sam. If I was to clinch with Sam, it would have to be underhooks, all underhooks, and basically waiting until it was time for us to break, right? If I had to fight Sam and I ended up in a grappling situation, whether it was upright or not, I want to get those underhooks, take them down, and really make sure that I stay on top. I don't want Sam to be on top of me, right? If it's boxing, though, I have no problem with being on the inside because even though Sam does employ some wrestling and things like that, he's not going to be able to do it in the way that he would if it was a Muay Thai fight, right? So it's not a loaded question you're asking me. It's just a very dynamic question. And if you're asking for street fights, I would say get inside, take them down, and stay on top to the best of your ability, right? And if you feel a situation where he starts moving and you don't think you're going to be able to remain on top, just bail the hell out. Just get the hell out of there. Don't let him roll you and now you're working from bottom or anything like that. That's not advisable. Leg kicks are good as well, right? Leg kicks are going to be very good for you as well because you want to stop him. You want to stop him from being able to. No, you. Jeez, excuse me. You want to stop him from being able to move, right? Jeez, there's like something in my mouth or something like that. It's weird. Stipe versus Ngannou is a perfect example of how to fight a bigger person. Yes. And not just a bigger person, but a bigger person who's not as well trained as you, right? I actually think the second fight, Stipe could have and should have won, but he basically went in expecting it to be a repeat of the first fight, thinking that Ngannou was too dumb to learn how to sprawl. Like, when you shoot in, you're going to get sprawled on. And this is one of the things that jiu-jitsu has kind of instilled in me as a bad habit. When I went back to a wrestling tournament for the first time back in 2022, I tried to shoot in on guys without setting up my shots in any way, shape, or form. Because I was so used to just being able to shoot in on jiu-jitsu guys who were not good enough to sprawl on me, right? That poisoned me a little bit. And MMA is kind of the same way. You have different setups for you have different setups for the takedowns and things like that that you can utilize, but not everybody utilizes them all the time. You know, like one of the more popular ones is you throw that overhand right and you step through and you end up shooting in for the takedown. Of course, you can't really see me very well, but that's one of them. Damn. Shinji's down bad right now. He's having a good time though.
We didn't have no power, no television.
But yeah, Stipe didn't do any of that, right? Stipe just he shot in once, it got stuffed, and he was like, "Oh no!" And then you could tell he was kind of stumped. He should have kept shooting in until he got the takedown.
And we had one big old rotten log to play with. That was the only toy we had, was a rotten log. But we did have one thing that we liked to play with. We had crickets.
Crickets.
We used to play with them crickets. We used to cuddle up on them crickets. We used to go hunting for them crickets and give them a squeeze. And we'd pick up handfuls of crickets and just stuff our faces with them. We loved crickets. It was so good. It was so delicious, the crickets. So that's why tonight the challenge is go find as many crickets as you can. Pick them up.
It ain't working the way I wanted it to.
Collect them. I want you to collect all the crickets. Get a big old bowl. Put the crickets in there. You're going to collect the crickets for me. Whoever finds the most crickets is going to get a cash prize. Whoever finds the least amount of crickets is going to replace Shinji in the doghouse. And don't wake Big Papa Changu. Anybody who wakes up Big Papa
says,
Changu,
say my name on stream.
I don't want to see y'all waking up Big Papa Changu. You're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. They're going to have to find some crickets. But they can't wake up Big Papa Changu or they're going to be in trouble. Smell it and kiss him.
He gave him a kiss.
Now, question.
What's going on, Chad King?
Don't say we, say Taylor.
You find dead crickets?
Hey Scott, does the carpet match the drapes? Ask your
I hear
mom.
them skittering around.
Ask your mom.
That's it, y'all. Go get a bowl and get yourself some crickets. That's nice.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to.
What's your cricket strategy? Where you gonna find these crickets?
It'll be like 30 seconds.
We gotta find us some crickets. Trisha started strong with a stick. She got her a stick. A cricket hunting stick. A cricket hunting stick. To pick the crickets out of the cracks. There we go. Picking the crickets out of the cracks. It's just like picking my nose. That's how you get the gold. Get in the cracks there and get them crickets.
Oh, man.
Get them crickets.
All right, we
yeah,
back.
Bugs. Ew.
We back.
Disgusting bug.
Crickets. Tay is gonna quit. Why does Tay not like crickets?
Idea. That's a real bad idea. That's not what you want to do, girl. You got your cricket stick? Get on out of here.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Hope you fellas in chat are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to like it. Help our sensei out. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that, Jorge. I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I would appreciate it if you guys would like and also share the stream as well. You know, obviously I want to try and build this up to something. I don't expect everybody to stick around after Fishtank, right? Obviously, I know what this is. I know what this is. Okay, okay. But you know, if you guys enjoy it, you know, I would really like to have this grow to the best of my ability. I'm not just gonna like do like streams that are just me. I mean, I will do that every now and again. I will do hangout streams where I just kind of chill and talk to people and stuff like that. But you know, I want to do activities and other things like that after. You know, flash games, you know, cooking stuff, anything else that I think might be a good idea for us to do. I rinsed this thing off because it ended up like touching the it touched the fridge, and I was like, I don't know what's like on the inside of the fridge. There was this one time in I think it was like 2016, 2017. Let's check in on everyone. Let's see what's going on.
Dead's counted. Find dead ones.
Anyway,
Give me some of them bugs. Where they at?
What was I gonna say? Basically, have you ever cleaned out your fridge? Right? Do it one day, and you're never gonna look at your fridge the same again. That's what I'm saying. Scott is that salt of the earth, New England voice of reason I need in my life. Thank you very much, Zydude. Is it Zydude or Z-Dude? I forget if I asked you that before. My fridge is a biome, exactly, bro. And like, I don't wanna run and grab a paper towel to dry it off. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, like dry, damn it, dry.
Yeah, we eat all them bugs up.
Nah, I think it's all right. I hope we get another Sensei Scott appearance before the season 2 ends. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, I'll be in there soon. And even if I wasn't gonna be in there soon, you know, I'm sure I'll be there for the finale, right? Who is your favorite fish? I like Shinji and I like TJ. I try to clean mine out before every grocery trip. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Somebody asked me who I think is gonna win, Cater or Aljo. I didn't know they were gonna fight. Is that a new development? Is that a new announcement? That's kind of exciting because Cater is from Massachusetts. Damn it, dude! What is going on here? Who is?
Where they at? What are you doing?
Oh, she's screaming like, "Hey, come out!"
What you doing in there? He's hiding all the crickets. He's keeping all the bugs to himself. I don't want to share. You keeping all the bugs to yourself in there? Luke Coop's got all the bugs. He keeping them bugs. You got a whole heap of bugs. What are they doing in there? What's going on? What are they doing in there?
We need to get a bit where Sensei Scott and Fatty do some exercises, maybe even training or rolling. Dude, I'd love to do jujitsu with with Chris. That'd be really cool. I would enjoy that. Get in there. Get in there. What are you doing? Alright. Scott, I rolled with Henzo Gracie on and off for 3 years. You don't know my dude. Good for you, man. That's really cool. How is Henzo in person? Is he a cool guy?
And you said it's time for me to go. You said it's time for me to go, and then you went downstairs. What did you mean by that?
There's no use talking to you.
Uh-oh.
Go get your crickets, boy. Go get your crickets.
Go get your crickets.
You heard that shit about the horse.
Go get your damn crickets, boy.
Lube Cooch was ready to leave.
See, you can't do two things with Frank Castle. One, you can't show fear, and you can't fight back. Right? Although if you fight back, you get respect, but you also get fucked with more. And at the end of the day, unless you're willing to fight Frank Castle, you're gonna lose that because he's willing to hassle you in ways that you're not going to be willing to hassle him most of the time.
That's what's in your mind. You was ready to go home.
Good.
Crawl around like a bug, boy.
Humble and helpful, actually. Henzo is a good dude. Yeah, that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. Henzo's the one that actually fought too. He like, you know, I mean, Hoist Gracie fought, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, Henzo was big on mixed martial arts, not just Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu. We employ some basic punch and kicks. We shoot. We use the shoot, and they shoot the box, but Not that much. Not that much. Just a little bit. Fuck him. Henzo was big on the cross training, right? So I have a bit of an appreciation for him. He is what jiu-jitsu was supposed to be, not what it became, right? I feel like with Frank, you can't show fear and you can't show that you're being affected by his antics. The best thing you can do is laugh along and give back as much as he gives it. Yeah, I don't think that's unfair to say. What did he just smell?
I cleaned up so many of them myself.
It's cricket time. It is crickets, boy. Where you going? Where you going?
Scott, you know Hassel can't fight. That's the thing, and imposing. I mean, yeah, I would assume he's never had any, like, legitimate training or anything like that. But, you know, just the fact that he's big makes him a bit of a problem if you're not trained, right? Like with Sam, we didn't go, like, completely and totally hard on each other, but I said right away, like, you're a lot bigger than me and you're trained. Sam being that much bigger than me and actually knowing how to use his body, that makes him a problem even for me, right? That's why I didn't mop the floor with them like I did with the other fish and things like that. And it's like I said, we weren't going that hard, and you know, I actually hit a. I'm actually proud of myself because I hit a sweep on him that I was trying to hit for years that I wasn't able to actually hit. So I will say I am actually happy with the roll. But, like, Sam is a problem because he's big and he knows how to use his body, which means that he's able to kind of get away with certain things that Frank would not be able to get away with. Frank is about Sam's size. I think he's a little bit smaller. But even if Frank was Sam's size, and if he was, like, you know, if he was a lifter like Sam and things like that, you know, it'd be a different story, me versus him. But him versus, like, TJ. Yeah, sorry, TJ. I think this is the one you're not going to quite walk away from, you know? Because Sam, like I said, Sam's big and he's trained, but Sam at least knew, like, hey, I shouldn't... He knew how hard to go. He knew how hard to go to make it hurt, but not damage him in, like, a severe way, right? I don't think Frank is going to have that control over himself. If that makes sense. I know I kind of, you know, jumped around there.
For sure, but...
In the walls. In the walls.
Probably.
Gotta get into the wall and find the bugs. Dig in, Kashuji. Dig into that asbestos.
Sorry, just checking something out real quick. Sensei, does TJ have a chance versus Jet? I don't know. I've never seen Jet do any sort of, like, fighting or anything like that.
It's not even water.
Yeah, from earlier.
It's green cherry menthol zip.
So dramatic.
Brain zip people, period.
I don't know, Scott. TJ seems to be able to weather a storm from what we've seen. Frank would gas out very quickly, although poor TJ can't throw a punch to save his life.
Maybe there's someone underneath Chris?
Yeah, like, TJ can weather a storm, but so can anybody at the end of the day. I'll be honest with you. Like, yeah, TJ is tough, but...
I literally vacuumed all this, so I know, like, that's not...
People aren't made of glass, you know? You could do what TJ did, if I'm just being honest with you, right? It comes down to a choice. TJ, what makes TJ tough isn't the fact that he didn't get knocked out. It's the fact that even though he was getting hit and he was losing, and he was in way out of his league, he was way out of his depth, he still said, no, let's keep going. That's what made me gain some respect from TJ, right? Is the fact that even though he knows, like, it ain't working out for me right now, he's like, no, let's keep going. And everybody else had to be like, no, stop, right? If TJ just got his ass beat and then was like, okay, I give up, I'd be like, oh, all right, well, okay, whatever. And it wouldn't have changed much, you know?
Can you steal somebody's crickets? Well, that's a good question. I definitely didn't say you couldn't. That's what I would do. Me too. I wouldn't find my own crickets. I'd take somebody else's.
Garble says he's got that Evil Knievel thing going on. Yeah, I think so.
How's the Josh?
I'm getting there for sure. Wine gets me more fun.
He ain't no coward. No, sir. Yo, what's this burn guy's deal? Dude's unhinged. What are you talking about? The burn guy. But in the fight with Jimmy, his refusal to quit is what caused him to win due to Jimmy getting gassed. Sorry, I thought I was gonna burp again. But in the fight with Jimmy, his refusal to quit is what caused him to win due to Jimmy getting gassed. If he could somehow avoid Frank's shots, he could do the same thing, but seems unlikely. Well, yeah, I mean, it seems unlikely, and in addition to that, like,
take other people's crickets now.
I would like to think Frank Hassel is a little bit smarter than Jimmy, right? I would like to think Frank Hassel, even though he doesn't fight, he probably knows it's not a good idea to blow his load early. So he's probably not going to approach it the same way. And in addition to that, I will say, even if he does approach it the way Jimmy did, Frank pushing TJ up against the wall, it's not just going to be like he's going to leave a TJ-shaped hole in the wall when he pushes TJ up against the wall. That's what's going to end up happening. He's so much bigger, and he's going to have so much power, so much more strength, that it's not going to be the same as when Jimmy was going at TJ. Right? It's going to be a lot more devastating.
But I'm pretty sure I threw all of them away.
Dick it in my cunt. My dick is soft up with a Susie Warrior.
Taylor's in the lead right now. She had probably.
Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like it's not a bad, like, I want to hit him with another one about, like, Trish and Dunye since they're in the same room, but the thing is, since they're in the middle of a challenge, I feel like it won't have the payoff that I want. I kind of got to wait for them to be hanging around talking shit to each other. Or not talking shit, just hanging around.
Suck it, bitch.
What the fuck was that, Dunye?
I'm waiting.
You have free TTS? No, I have a TTS token, right? I would assume it's because I put in for a TTS and it probably didn't end up going through, so they just, instead of refunding the things, they were like, oh, well, you know, the TTS was okay, but here, have a token.
I got you.
Angry black man voice seems to be loudest. Yeah, probably. Tell Dunye to simp for him and he's a black queen. I don't even want to do that ironically. I don't even want to do that as a joke. I'm sitting here like, this is Dunye guy.
Mixed with the crickets, mixed with tears.
Let's go ahead. I want to see where everybody else is. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's the stuff from Allie. Wait a second. The lights are on here. I also like this. I forget who did this. Was it Tay? Tay did this earlier? She threw the things into the wall. Dude, that's what I like. The karate, the way I was going to play the karate was we were going to ramp it up slowly but surely. And we were going to get to a point where we were, like, kicking holes in the wall and shit like that, you know? Obviously, there's still time for that. But, again, with Frank in play, with Fatty in play, it's probably not the greatest idea for me to be going in there and pulling people aside and shit like that.
Funny monkey dance. Do it again. Monkey. Yeah, monkey.
We're all love cooch, silly
Dance. Keep dancing.
You heard that, Frank? They tell me I'm Luke Cooch.
You're Luke Cooch.
Tyler, she left at like 9 in the morning. Yeah, she spent the night.
I won't steal them. Can I hold them?
Freeze, like don't.
I won't steal them.
Don't freeze.
Can I hold them?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
And
let me see it.
Like,
come on, hey, come on.
Last question.
Come on.
Yeah, please.
Come
I
on.
want to win this game.
Can I see them? I can't. I don't have glasses on. I can't see.
Just
Bring them close. Close. What are you doing?
Wasn't one of the rules not to break shit?
Closer. Closer.
Yeah, well, if it is, it ain't being followed.
Fuck Beaver Street, bitch. Shinji, if you get your shit taken, we don't want to hear no crying.
Huh?
What did you say?
What did you say?
So if you get robbed.
Shinji makes funny loud noise. Funny small Asia man dance so good funny ching chong bing bong.
Yeah.
They say funny ching chong bing.
He does dance on command.
Yeah, he does.
It's sick.
Yeah.
If I ever get bored, he just does it.
I ain't seen enough fatting it up in the house today. Does the name Fatty Clan mean nothing to you niggas? Fat it up.
Oh man, did I get approved? Here we go. Approved. Hell yeah.
Beaver Street rides with Trish. You need to ring the bell and fight Doug.
That's fine. Ring the bell, bitch.
She's not gonna ring the bell.
I don't need to.
If this leads to the bell getting rung, that's gonna be hilarious. I don't think it will.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
When you go in next, can you take a pic of the wall where Frank was throwing the boards into the wall like spears? I will.
Let's look at the facts. Frank keeps touching TJ, is best friends with a nigger faggot, and has TJ.
Anyway, Beaver Street boys, we making money, rack stacking, flexing that Rolex.
Hey, this is production. New rule. If movie says white, black, or culture, you can slap him in the balls and hit back.
You can slap him in the balls. I feel like you might enjoy that. I don't know, man.
Searching, yeah.
Oh, so funny. Shinji, yell is so funny. Jerking off is so funny. I'm not funny. Fuck you.
I see one.
I can't get over Dunye thinking prescription glasses have medicine in them. Dude, I can't get over the fact that he was banging sticks together on Friday. That was insane.
Insufferable. Tell him again, man. I don't suffer.
Where's Luke?
Shinji would look mad good on Hassan's cock. They are mad cute, bro. Sex is real, guys. If
Did he say Shinji would look good on what?
So Frank is love coach all along. Clever fat retard he is.
Oh my god. Now military people don't have time for shit.
Dude, I really hope we get to see Dunye in a boxing match. I'll box Dunye, right? I'll box Dunye. I won't kill him, all right? I won't absolutely kill him. I just want to see him put his money where his mouth is, because he's been talking non-stop shit forever now, right? I want to see him put his money where his mouth is, even if it's just me smacking him around a little bit, not really trying to kill him, you know? Shinji is the funniest guy there, and yes, that's not a big statement. Shinji's just got an energy about him.
From yourself, fatty. Get that fat retard or you will die.
Poor Allie showed us Beaver Street last night. Man. I hope not. I hope she's, or if she did, I hope she did it on purpose, and she feels that there is a benefit to it. Anyway.
Frank, my nigga, the TJ stands are going ballistic right now. Keep it up. No more wholesome chungus tank.
Huh? You're eating during the challenge?
Yeah.
Don't do that. You I'm serious. You need to build it for crickets.
I already looked.
You have to keep looking.
I already looked. Trish, shut the fuck up. And you too, Dunye. Both of you get your asses up.
You're done with it? There's none in here. They cleaned this room. They're in there. Go look for them. We'll go look some more.
Poor Chris hasn't even been sitting there for like 6 hours now.
Stop during the middle of the
I don't
challenge
know.
and start eating.
There's at least 5 or 6.
Go.
There's at least 5 or 6 live I know because I saw them on the wall.
We needed a Brian versus Dunye boxing fight. That would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good. Brian would have won that. She said I was drugged. Oh boy.
There's definitely some alive because you heard him making the sound.
Yeah, you hear him.
Once we
Oh yeah, Allie said that. I don't know if you guys recognized her, but if you saw the first Sam and Nick After Dark stream, I was on that and she was on that, and I was it took me a minute to get a little bit loose, but when I loosened up, I started messing with her a little bit, and I took her glasses, and that was one of the bits that I was working with. I'd like randomly take them off, shove them in my pocket, and she'd be like, "Where'd you put my glasses?" I'd be like, "Oh, they're over there." And then 5 minutes later, I'd just throw them back on and wait for her to notice.
Frank, you look like you need some Advil.
Do slap in Fishtank chat for 100 XP. Oh, it worked. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Wilthos. Thank you, dude. I gotta teach TJ to slap. Well, because like an open hand slap is actually like pretty good. It's a pretty good thing to know how to do, and like doing that and like slapping like that is like crazy, right? You want to like be here and then like it's kind of weird because if I do it, I'll end up smacking there. But you want to like back and then wham like that. You want like your arm to basically be straight, right? Use it like a whip, but like get the full extension of the arm. He's kind of trying to use it like a whip, but he's not getting the full arm extension, and because of that, it's not going to hurt in the way that he needs it to, right? It'll hurt, you'll feel it on your skin, and you'll be like, "Ow, that stings," but it's not going to damage you, right? A slap, you want that to be something that's going to damage you, but not exactly be the same as a punch, right? It'll also protect your hand.
You're tall though, so like I carry it okay. I need to lose weight though.
TJ has cerebral palsy or something. He's not right in the motor functions. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. He said he developed the ticking, the stimming in high school, didn't he?
For real, like she'll put both of her legs back. She's like, "Daddy." She'll speak in French and Swahili. Like,
that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, especially if you slap over the ear. Goodbye balance, hello vertigo, and that's exactly what I was thinking. One, you want to try and hit. Uh-oh.
Fuck! You fucked up, I told you.
For one thing, you want to hit with this part, right? You don't want to hit with like the fingers or even the palm. You want to hit here.
Period.
And then the other thing, like, you also want to aim for the ear or like basically here.
Tell them again, right? TTS. I speak the most languages in this house.
For crickets?
I speak the most languages in this house. Yeah, that just means more people know how much of an idiot you are, Danye. I don't know what the hell you want. Oh, I'm bilingual. Wow, so you can go to multiple countries and people will know you're an idiot. Congratulations. In Spain and England, they know you're an idiot.
Good boy Frank, get that Dick Frank good boy
lounge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I fuck with this. Yeah, ho.
What's she got?
Yeah, ho.
Oh, those are crickets.
Them crickets.
Shinji's turning into Frank's apprentice here. Frank's got an apprentice, and it's Shinji.
Better guard them because he's about
Here's Danye,
no, he's
looking
not.
inbred.
You give up, Shinji? You couldn't take Trish's crickets?
Eating a Pop-Tart.
There was one on the ground right here. You just missed one. Give me that. Like I can get them out. Walk around. Give me them crickets, boy. Give me them crickets, boy. Where you going, boy? Give me them crickets, boy.
He's like, give me them crickets, boy. He fucking goes to protect his nuts.
Yeah, now.
But yeah, to be fair, I literally played that majority of them.
Imagine if Shinji goes back to Japan but does Frank Castle stuff, but being being Japanese would be amazing. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Filthy Frank did a little bit of that too. He ran around in public like messing with people. He did the like, "Why did you leave me?" thing.
Now you have 9. You have 9. You have 9. not in the competition. You are.
TJ has that is a good place to put him. I'll be honest with you.
Right,
Shove him in your pants.
From a baby. I took Oliver's too. Okay.
Can't wait to comment Dunye's shit saying the racist black guy. It was genius. What do you mean by that? You should do a video with Sensei Seth. I don't think the greater martial arts community would really appreciate me, because they have a certain they're very clean cut, they're very polished, they're very hey guys, what's going on today? It's Sensei Scott. Today we're gonna be they have that kind of thing, and me, I don't have that. I'm an angry looking and sounding Bostonian. You would think that I have beef with you for no reason. There we go. There we go. Oh, what happened?
Frank, you are not 230 pounds. You are a big fat fucking liar.
I'm 215, faggot. I'm thin. What's up?
Fuck, man.
What's happening? I gave him some salt.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's got his shit. That's why.
What's up? What's up? Let's go.
He's using the ancient art of being
Dude, done you. What the hell?
Pull my underwear off.
Shine his head in his ear canal.
Oh, man.
Come on.
See, there ain't much you can do in that situation. If it was me, I'd probably try and put him in a back take position, meaning I'd try and get a seatbelt, and I'd pull him into me so that I have his back, similar to how I was with Brian the last time me and Brian rolled. And, you know, at least from there, he's not sitting on my stuff with his full weight. At the very least, maybe I can start hand fighting with him a little bit, right? But from there, I don't think Oliver, even though he's wearing the gi, I don't think he's ever done anything like this before. So he's just kind of like, damn, what do I do?
He has a bunch of crickets.
Now push him down every time he tries to get back up.
Go get him.
Just say it, Scott. They hate gingers. That's what it is. That's what it is. No, but like they're a little bit too positive, right? And it's not that I don't like them. It's that I don't think they would like me, because I'll sit here and I'll be like, nah, that's fucking bullshit, dude. That doesn't work. Them, they're a little bit more tempered about it. They're a little bit more like, yeah, that's not really effective, blah, 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 blah. If that makes sense. I'm kind of trying to explain it in a way that will illustrate the point quickly. You know, I'm not as friendly. Bottom line. Damn, Frank ain't ticklish. Which is surprising. He looks like he's a big, ticklish man.
Fuck off. I see you.
Alright. Oh man, what's he doing? He's hiding them. He's hiding them again. That's a good idea, actually. That's a pretty good idea.
There you go.
What is that shit on the mats though? Is that like, you see, I knew this was gonna happen to the mats. I knew it was gonna happen to the mats. Fucking, it looks like it's probably just water. I mean, that looks like a water bottle right there. But it's like, damn, guys, take care of the mats. There's also only 2 mats. I'm pretty sure at some point they took the mats downstairs. I don't know what they're using them for, but whatever.
You got robbed 3 times in here.
Dude, Tay is just like, I ain't even interested right now.
If you want to be a man.
She got like a lunch, but no, that's an ammo can. She's got a fucking ammo can for some reason. I don't know why.
I had 2, but then you fucking.
They're crickets. Just throw the bin in the air and they'll scatter. This clown is throwing them one by one. I think they're dead is the issue. That would be pretty funny though if they were live. Frank got so fat he just twisted his ankle by walking. Who'd have thought Frank's lone ally in the house is a gay black fella? Hey, I'm sure Frank is a very progressive young lad. All right, I see him messing with a lot of straight white men in his videos. All right, I don't think that's an accident. Okay.
They took his land.
Why do you think a lot of wrestlers turn into strikers when they enter MMA? Because wrestling is hard. Like, wrestling is really hard. Even if you're a good wrestler, if you end up going up against another good wrestler, it is tough. That's why you'll see even dudes that use their wrestling. They use their wrestling against dudes they know are not that good. But then when they end up with somebody whose wrestling is decent, they strike. They end up duking it out. And there's some actually really interesting fights that happen that way. That's Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman, right? Both of those fights, they didn't want to take each other down, and it was really entertaining fights both times. I don't agree with the decisions in either fight, but really entertaining fights. It sucks. It sucks when you shoot in on someone and they know what you're doing, so they just sprawl on you, and now you're trapped underneath them. It's not fun at all. I feel like there was more to it than what I was saying there. But yeah, I mean, wrestling's hard. You know, wrestling's really hard. Oh. There we go.
Better not touch our box. No worry.
You don't agree with either decision. Can we take anything you say seriously, dude? What are you talking about? I don't agree with either decision in the Usman versus Covington fight. For one thing, I think Colby Covington should have won the first fight, but that was a very questionable stoppage. And then the second fight, if I remember it correctly, I had Covington up by 4 rounds. If I remember it correctly. Right? There's been plenty of fights over the last couple of years where I've been like, that's fucking bullshit, dude. But those 2 fights, I was like, yo, what the hell?
This is crazy.
Isn't wrestling harder on endurance, just saving gas? Yes, exactly. And that's kind of what I meant when I said that wrestling is hard. You know, it expends a lot of energy.
No, like right here.
Like right here?
Like right here. Right there.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
I see Frank hassle people who can't stand up for themselves largely. Do you respect that? I mean, it's all part of the game, dude. You know? Like, what am I supposed to go in there as a freeloader and he only messes with me because I can stand up for myself? Like, no, that's pointless. The fun of Frank Hassel is that he goes in and he makes life hell for everybody, and it's fun to watch. So, it's like, if there is any moral implication that makes Frank into the bad guy or anything like that, it's kind of just like, whatever, who cares, if I'm just being honest with you. I thought wrestling was a lot more fun than jiu-jitsu. Oh, yeah, definitely. What was I going to say?
No, it's just
yeah.
Somebody said Scott TTS hype. Did somebody mention me in a TTS or something like that?
Doesn't smell like pee.
No, for real. She
nah, doesn't seem like it. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Frank is handling their ass.
Oh yeah, like I miss wrestling. I miss the hell out of wrestling, and I like jiu-jitsu, but I wish I could wrestle again. Because wrestling is so fun. The moves that you're able to do, you're able to get away with and stuff like that. It makes it so it's very interesting to me, you know.
In the kitchen. Oh yeah. Yeah, remember I cleaned it off.
You find some more?
Beaver boys stay winning. Beaver gang.
No shit. Nah.
Tay really crawled under the table when she got hassled. Did she? So apparently, Oli broke Frank's glasses, and now Frank is pissed. Wow, that's pretty hilarious.
Yo, Trish, it's me, the millionaire. Good job today, Frank. What's up, nigga? Love you, BB.
Anyway, Dougum Hack says, Scott, when I first started training boxing, I had a really hard time bringing myself to actually hit people. Do you think TJ suffers from that sort of thing? Oh yeah, he definitely does. Because when I sparred with him, right, the last time I was in the tank, I sparred with TJ. I took...
It's body time. If you need to take a shit, you gotta do it now.
Uh-oh.
Because, you gotta do it. Shower, you might not have time for.
Oh, man. Hold up.
Yeah. We're gonna have it fixed tomorrow, but for tonight, I would use the bathroom now. So we're going back dark soon.
Anyway, yeah, like
we lose power again?
when I sparred with TJ in the tank, he ended up he didn't want to hit me, and I had to tell him, yo, fucking hit me in the face, dude. I literally had to drop my hands and go, fucking hit me in the head. And I made him throw a punch at my head, and I ducked my chin down so that he hit me here. And I was like, do that again, dude.
Don't get hurt, Taylor. Careful there.
Break.
Don't get hurt, Taylor.
Break.
Drop the case thing, whatever that case is there. That thing's gonna hit you in the head. Do you think it's possible for everybody to keep Chris aloft?
Is that really Pete?
I think so. We say Chris
Aloft?
touch the ground.
Mine, no.
Are they saying they want him? They want everybody to lift Chris?
Carry Chris all night.
The little tank
for an
color.
hour.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's been on the Pete street.
She likes it. She's going to make some more.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if they put him on some sort of gurney or something.
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want me to
man.
move this out of the way?
Uh-oh.
This cross, this fucked up cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor says, yeah, my first high school wrestling practice, I was shocked by how more intense the practice is and how important conditioning was compared to jiu-jitsu.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Help me, I am Indian.
No.
Help me, I am Indian.
Take that curry out your diet, bitch. I'll let Musk.
Taylor's in the bathroom doing something.
Oh, yeah. She's making
Anyway,
more
yeah,
sense.
and it's because wrestling is go, go, go all the time. It is a sprint, and not an easy sprint. That is for sure.
Hold them on this.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll fuck up. It's most likely to fail on this axis. Like.
So you want the chair sitting on that?
No.
I mean, this on its own is pretty heavy. Plus this weight.
Let's see if
I
they
think it would like tip. This way.
They should just lift them up like it's a bar mitzvah. Is what they should do. Just get a chair and just everybody just. They could even put some. They could put some of the wooden planks underneath it so that they could have more surfaces to try and hoist them up by.
Maybe
Tay was about to bash Frank in the head with the ammo box. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her.
Well, we could just try it. Hey, Shinji, will you come down here?
Okay.
And Oliver, can I get you in there?
They always have utilities issues. They don't have utilities issues. They are. I guarantee they are like 100% fine. I guarantee you. This is a gaslight.
What happened about pretend Tay-Dum Gang? You scared of him?
Cool, Frank?
He's got to be around 300 pounds on the low end. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can. Chris, can we hoist you up? All right. Let's get
Trish, we all know that pussy is for sale. How many crickets is it gonna take to get in between those disgusting legs?
Damn.
Let's get you guys trying to lift up Chris here.
No, honestly though, I think Trish is attractive. Like if I do think Trish is attractive. I think she was more attractive with her long hair, right?
Trish. Shinji, grab a hold of Chris, whatever you can get your hands on.
Every bone in your body.
Like the chair just hurt.
Nah, just
the
him.
chair.
Just
You
him.
want to lift Chris up. Like carry him or the chair, Judge?
We're gonna lift, not just Chris.
Okay.
The chair's a little too heavy.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get Chris
There.
airborne.
If she had eyebrows,
him
maybe.
airborne.
Yeah. She really does. She really does look like a cholo when she draws her eyebrows on, right? I would assume she can grow them. She probably just, shaves them off. I would assume,
Arms there.
So that's gonna choke him out, buddy. You can't lift him by his vest.
Do not damage him.
This is Fatty's fate.
I'm in this bitch like a pair of shoes, like hepatitis B, like a shawarma, like Vlad the Impaler, like the Matrix.
She's
like
hot,
JJ.
but the platoon's already been through that. Man. She looks more Vietnamese now with that hair. Yeah, I was gonna say her Southeast Asian with the short hair really comes out when you get rid of the eyeyebrows and you cut the hair short. And then she had a cigarette in her mouth when they first cut the hair like that. You could really see the Filipina coming out.
Frank, you've never had a real job like TJ has.
It's got natural attraction to Latinas, of course. Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it possible to get him with the chair?
That's more weight.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
more
being
rigid.
I'm on your cross.
Whoa,
It's
man.
rigid. Can we, Dunya, can you rotate that chair?
I am
around
gonna
so
get
we
out
can
of
see
here
Chris
soon,
when we
not
lift
too
him
soon.
off?
I'm just saying, a little bit longer, and we'll call it for the
Chris,
day.
you go ahead and take a seat in there.
Trying to remember if
Now
there was
everybody
anything
see if we can
specific.
deadlift that chair with Chris in it.
Oh man, this is insane. I want to know what patches. I want to know what patches he's got on his thing.
I think so.
Okay, let's try the sofa then, because this has some handles on it.
Trish seems like you'd wake up next to her and she'd look completely different than the night before. I could believe that.
We're still doing the cricket.
She's like,
Crickets is on hold for now.
Yep.
Let's see if we can pick this lad
Chris
up.
must have some serious spine issues. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if being as big as him does give you spinal issues,
Three, two, one.
Oh my God! Y'all can't
Taylor
do
was
it.
the only semi-stable, attractive girl on Fishtank ever, to be honest.
I'm good.
Yeah, she seemed like a nice girl too. I got to see her downstairs. She seemed like a nice girl.
It's not gonna work.
She likes gambling though, and that's like a weird thing to me. I mean, she's got the perfect job for it, right? She works at a casino, but the idea of like gambling every night, that's like a crazy thing to me. But then again, she probably thinks like doing martial arts every day is crazy, What's normal to the what's chaos to the fly is normal to the spider. Haha, Adam's family. I'm totally goth. Haha.
3, go!
Uh-oh.
Don't drop him. Don't drop him. You got it though.
Put on a show. Way better than the fish.
They didn't say put him down.
Move him on back.
Let's do it.
They're gonna keep on moving
Here
him.
we go, guys.
That's like lifting a car.
This is perfect. I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to do something like this with the karate classes, but doing it with airsoft caddy is even better. This is perfect. They're just gonna keep on moving them back and forth until failure.
2, 3, go.
Here we go, guys.
Just a normal day. Just a normal day in my sick, twisted life.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just a normal day in my sick, twisted life.
It's Taylor's speed.
Wait, who's that? Who just ran off?
Go ahead and,
I don't even
Was
know
it
what
done
you're
yet?
bitching about, Frank. We both know TJ's too autistic to do babysitting anyways.
Confessional. I'm still not used to these.
I sprayed it in the back of your head.
I wonder who lived in this house before.
Alright, no more piss, okay?
It must be crazy.
No more piss.
No more pissed, hey.
You slept for about 30 minutes. Yeah. You feel energized?
The barbell set is inaccessible, so they're lifting Fatty. Exactly. Fatty needs some sugar. His energy levels are too low. Need to give him a chug jug.
How many crickets do we have?
I'm back. What did I miss? They just lifted Fatty. They just team lifted Fatty.
I'm gonna put you in charge of counting the crickets, okay,
Cool.
Danye?
Yes, sir.
So let's get a count going.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be completely fair.
Body part counts?
Well,
Like if it was a leg or something?
Nah, it's gonna be like a whole cricket type deal. If you have a bunch of legs, you can add them up into one cricket body.
Protecting my queen, Ladian de la Texas. The queen of Texas.
It's a lot of crickets.
Yeah.
Let's get the cricket count going.
They got it from an estate sale from an old lady, I think. Yeah, but from what I heard, they got it for like $500,000, which, like, I mean, the square footage in the area. I mean, the square footage is pretty damn nice. Don't get me wrong. It's not the world's biggest house, but it's a big enough house, right? And the area is not bad, but the thing is, like, an estate sale, $500,000. Well, I mean, sometimes I forget real estate is a market, right? I wouldn't want to pay $500,000 for this, regardless of the square footage and the area that it's in, right? This is all like this is.
TJ, do you want the bottle to feed into?
Dumb gays protecting the best bugs.
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk over it, but this this wallpaper is like original, basically. Like that's been there. They got it with the house. I think they fell into a 1970s theme here. It's not just that they were like, oh yeah, this house was built in the 70s. They were like, this is like literally the most 70s house you could have. The only thing missing is cocaine and a swinger party. So, like, you know, why don't we just steer into the 1970s aesthetic?
No, thank you. Anybody got more than 17? Who had 0? Oliver at 0.
He raised his hand
0.
like, fuck.
Anybody else have 0?
Scott, it was a nice old lady who got doxxed. She died, and the crew got her house when her heirs sold it. Ah, okay.
Shinji was in the dog
that makes
house.
sense. Oh yeah, an estate sale. I forgot what an estate sale is. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It's up to you, Frank.
I got you.
So you have to choose between us three?
Nick probably helped them find it. This will become Jet's actual house after the show ends. I mean, here's the thing: I would live in this house. It's just that for $500,000, right? Well over $500,000. I don't know if I would pay that for this. I would live in a house like this, no problem. You know, I'd live in it and I'd be happy. There's plenty of room here. You know, and there's more to the house than meets the eye too, right? You're only seeing what's on camera. There's more to it. I don't want to talk about it too much, even though technically the house has been doxxed, and I don't think it's a big problem. But there's other things here too that actually like makes it kind of cool. Yeah, so there's that.
Doghouse.
Is it true that there's a big Portuguese community over in Providence? I've seen Sam wear a hat with the flag, plus the countless accurate references to Portuguese people as bums and con artists. Alright, I'm not going to say that I agree with what you just said there about the Portuguese being bums and con artists. I won't say that. But, yeah, there's a big Portuguese community in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. You know, and I think that's part of the reason why there's so many Brazilians here as well too. They probably were just like, well, where are places with Portuguese letters and stuff like that? Well, New England, all right, I guess we'll head there. Right? There's tons of Brazilians in Massachusetts, dude. Framingham, they say Framingham. They're like Framingham, right? They say it like that. That's a big Brazilian community. Yeah, and I mean the thing is, like, the Portuguese, they assimilated though, so it's all like second and third generation Portuguese. But the Brazilians, you know, they stick out a little bit more. But yes, there are a lot of Portuguese, you know. Rather live around Portuguese people than other people. Yeah, no, I don't mind Portuguese people. I don't mind anybody when it comes down to it, you know. Just stay off my lawn.
Doghouse with them.
Double on him?
Yeah. Really, yeah, we can. We'll let him get in there. Let him get situated.
Yeah. We don't.
Shinji's smoking a cig. Does he still have? Nah, he doesn't have the Jocko belt on anymore. I don't think. I haven't noticed it on him anyway. I'm wondering where the Jocko belt went. Let's go back to the living room. These guys are like practically whispering here. Love from Lynn. Thank you, Philip Souza. Yeah, Souza is a Portuguese last name. Yeah, we got one of them in here, ladies and gentlemen. What just happened with Tay leaving the room? I don't know what just happened with Tay leaving the room. Where'd she run off to? I figured she was in like the lounge or something like that. No? Jeez, the ambient sound in here. Oh no, she's right there. Brazilians love MDE. I'm sure they do. I was gonna click away in a second. I just wanted to make the joke. Oh, are they fucking with him?
I think it's wild. I don't know. I don't care. It's kind of gross.
The person I've seen actually use the map. I'm the one person you've seen who actually uses the map. It's much easier, and I'm still getting used to it. But like, it makes it so much easier when you're streaming. You know, instead of having to be like, oh no.
Your ears ringing?
No, it's like I got like a severe ear infection, which is why my voice sounds.
Goon sesh with Scott. Yes, sir. That's Friday night.
What I'm waiting for is for the ear to finally release and fucking let all that.
Production and judge, don't forget about the phone charge if you need me to get the info for those two girls. She's a BBW, but she can fucking twerk. Like she's probably like this tall.
Is he talking to?
And she has a fat, massive ass. And she's like she won a competition. She's like the sexiest, considered like the sexiest BBW in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Who is she?
We worked on a project together. She has like 17,000 followers and shit.
That's
Who is he?
Yeah.
Where does she live? Oh,
she lives in Dallas.
She lives in Dallas?
Yeah.
Is she down?
Who's he talking about?
Hell yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I might lay down just a little bit longer.
You want me to pull this out for you?
Self-defense from the goon position.
On the floor?
I'm gonna be up for a while.
Be careful, there's a lot of throw up on here.
Not the floor in here.
Oh, okay.
Chris has terminal blue balls after the date last night. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Everyone uses map. If you don't, you're just dumb.
Yeah.
One of Dunye's 25 different family members. Oh boy. I wouldn't want people knowing one of my cousins or brothers or sisters or whatever won a twerking contest. I guess he's just, because he's effeminate, he doesn't see any issue with being good at twerking, right? You know, that's one of the things about modern culture that I cannot stand, is the idea that you can be a boss bitch because you twerk and you fuck. Like, if you're a woman, fucking is never going to be a badass activity. That's just the fact, right? What did you do? You bent over for somebody else and put yourself in a vulnerable position? Like,
You pissed in the bottle.
no, that's not cool. It's just weird. I don't even want to get into it because I'll end up talking for like 2 hours about it. But it's just, women today, they listen to the wrong people. You know, and now they're sitting here thinking because they can twerk and they have like 20,000 followers because they twerk that's something to be like legitimately proud of. That makes them a boss bitch, and no, it doesn't. It fucking doesn't. It's disgusting behavior, and they are pathetic. They are pathetic pieces of shit.
I was like, oh shit! But then we did the milk challenge, so I was like, at least it wasn't like a steakhouse steak. Yeah, I would have felt worse having to throw it back out.
What if they're the ones giving it? I don't even want to think about that, my man. I'm all set on that. It's a symptom of a dying culture. Yes. Yes, it's a symptom of a dying culture. I agree.
Do you want me to move, Chris? Am I good? Okay.
You need me to move, Chris? I'm kind of in the back blast zone if you end up farting.
Firewood smells so good.
Really helps with the...
Yeah.
Like the smoke covers the smell.
You said smoke cover.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to see if there was any updates on the screenshots, so I wouldn't have to like click around. I'm probably gonna get going in about 5 minutes. So Scott, is this going to be the permanent fish tank house? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe they mess around with it and then they fix it up real good and they flip it. You never know. That might not be a bad idea. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see in the future. I don't know that much. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm just the karate guy, and if you haven't noticed, I haven't even been there for a little while, so I don't exactly know what's going on down in the nerve center, down in mission control, right? You know, so I don't know everything there is to know when it comes down to it. Chris is rotund. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he is, Sterling.
There's one over. There's like 2 others over here.
Oh, well, there are these like huge industrial ones.
Big Mom pirate style. If you're out there making a gang from your 48 kids, you can consider yourself a boss bitch. Yeah, man, there was an example I was thinking of. There's a chick in Sons of Anarchy. She's like the neighborhood OG, and it's because she's got so many kids that she's basically got a gang, you know, and they have to deal with her at one point. I heard rumors Sam wants a warehouse where they can build any kind of house they want inside. Don't know where that comes from though. I think they ended up saying something. At some point about that. Yeah, like maybe that's what they're aiming for. You know, who knows? We'll see. Jokes aside, thanks for the stream as always, Scott. Stay safe and healthy. Looking forward to your next appearance on the tank for sure. Thank you very much, Jorge. And thank you everybody who came, and thank you everybody who enjoys the karate and things like that. Or even if you don't enjoy the karate, thank you guys for liking me, because I have noticed the feedback on the karate has not always been the greatest, but the feedback on me has been pretty good from what I've seen for the most part. And I just want to say thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it, you know. I know I'm gonna get back in there, you know, and it will be soon. Don't worry. But you know, I've been, you know, we're tweaking things as we go along. That's what the first couple of sessions was me trying to see what I could get away with and how this was going to work and things like that, you know. And as time went on, I started to kind of get into a groove, and we were going to really start to put things in motion and stuff like that, and I was going to ramp it up on them. But, you know, again, certain things ended up happening that kind of made it a little bit difficult for me to get in there. Like I said, Frank, you know. I'm not like mad at Frank. I'm not like disappointed. Like, I'm glad Frank is there. I'm enjoying the tank. You know, I'm enjoying watching the tank due in part to him being there, right? I'm just saying, like, if you're wondering why I haven't been in there for a while, that's why. There's just been other things that make it hard for me to walk in and be like, hey TJ, get your shit and, you know, get over here. We're gonna do karate. Scott, when are you going to teach us how to stop bullets with your bare hands? I heard real karate masters can do that. You got to get your maroon belt first. Keep us updated on that Sensei Scott merch. As I mentioned before, I definitely would buy some 8-bit, 16-bit wrestling art with you and the fish as the rosters. Yeah, I have some people working on some other stuff for me right now. You know, it's like I said, you know, there's this right here. There's also another one that I have that for some reason Teespring is being weird and it's not, like, uploading. I got to figure out what the deal with that is. Other than that, like I said, I do have a couple of people working on a couple other pieces for me. I'm going to get this out in the next week or two because I want to make sure that I don't do it in 2 years from now or anything like that, right? That'd be crazy. I want to do it while I still have a few hundred people watching my streams. That's probably a good idea. That's probably the best idea. You are not a Tanaka. What's a Tanaka? Oh, yeah. The Tanaka clan. You don't look like a Tanaka clan. Make them chant Kumite next time you're there. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. What I'll do is I'll have them stand on the end. We used to do this when I was getting ready for fights. We used to have everybody in the Muay Thai class form a circle, and you'd shark bait, right? And shark bait, if you don't know what that is, right? You might have a 3-minute round. You're in the middle for the 3 minutes, but every minute a new partner switches in. So every minute, while you're tired, you get somebody who's fresh. We used to form a circle, and if you ended up getting pushed to the side of the circle, to the edge of the circle, whoever was there would be like putting the hands out, like shoving you back in, right? I'd love to do something like that. Make them chant Kumite. That would be good. Who's your favorite MMA fighter, and why is it Stephen Wonderboy Thompson? I love Stephen Wonderboy Thompson because he would get fucked up by Mirko Krokop, who is my real favorite. Who's been called out several times? Who's been called out? You talking about Chris?
How's it flying up at you?
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I read some stuff. All right. They're just fucking cleaning. Living room.
If you call her, make sure she knows she's on a streaming. Yeah.
Sam just hanging out. Wait, who's he calling? We'll see who he's calling, and then we'll probably head out after this. I want to know who he's calling.
Live for the emperor, die for the emperor. Hey, if I killed the president, will you marry me?
Oh yeah, Crazy Horse was fun. Charles Bennett, he was really fun.
Beaver Street, fuck, nigga. Beaver Street, we dumb gay K. We got 556 hollow tips.
Who the hell is he? Who the hell is he? Who the hell is he trying to call though? Hurry up and call, bro. Shinji is the next Sakuraba, dude. I'll turn him into the next Sakuraba.
She texts me back.
Sam is the only one that can actually help Chris, to be honest. Well, Chris can help himself. Sam can't help Chris unless Chris is willing to help himself. That's for sure.
Losing endorsements again.
Don't tell her what the show is.
It was sad watching Arlovsky this past weekend. He was a beast back in the day, but needs to retire. Yeah. If he ain't there now, he's definitely almost there. That's for sure. Did he get like fucked up? Was it ugly? Was it like Diego Sanchez ugly? That last Diego Sanchez fight? A month ago, Scott had 20 viewers per stream. Now over 220. Sick gains. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Really, thank you guys so much, and I do hope you stick around after. You know, we'll see though. We'll see. And let me know if there's anything you guys want to see from me, either during Fishtank or post Fishtank as well. All right, like definitely let me know, because if you have an idea for a stream and you're gonna want to watch it, and you think people are gonna want to watch it, like hit me up with it, and I'll see if I can do it. Because why wouldn't I? Right? I'm a people pleaser. I'm a people pleaser at heart. Okay, I want everybody to be happy. I might as well do it and have a little bit of fun.
Not lately. Probably like in the next 3-4 days now.
Do you get in there through B3?
I haven't been in there. Like nobody's requested for me yet, but I can do it.
Oh, he hasn't been in the confessional yet. I'll give him another like 30 seconds to make this call. Sam probably calling that one girl Airsoft Fatties GF. MMA and Fishtank are my two favorite things. This is a good place to be for me. It's good to hear, Sterling. I like that I'm liked. The gains are well deserved. Scott really puts in the work. I've said before, but I really like to see you do deep dive streams on locales like Medicare used to do. Maybe we can do something like that, like the Medicare type thing, like a based shaman. Based shaman still does that, which is like really cool. He was somebody I used to watch every now and again in the past. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I'll write that down. I'm gonna write that down. I'll read a couple more, and then we will ski down.
Frank looks like the child of Boogie 2988 and Chris Chang.
Damn. You guys hear that one?
Imagine bringing Chris Chang into this. Holy shit.
He's coming.
What?
Christian's coming.
Chris Chan's coming.
No, I think that might be too much even for.
Dude, I'm really disappointed. Justa Minx didn't end up coming in. You know, that sucks, because I really wanted to meet her. I actually like her. Like, yeah, sure, we got into an argument and stuff like that over Twitter because she said some stuff and I didn't like it, and we kind of went at each other. But like, I like her personality. She seems like a fun person, but it just didn't work out, you know, and that sucks, you know. I almost got to meet my Irish wife. Rip Jim Medicare. Nah, he ain't. He's fine. He is A-okay. Oh, Medicare watches this. Medicare watches Fishtank, actually. I don't think he like watches Fishtank, but he keeps up with the clips and stuff like that. I absolutely hate Base Shaman. Just think his entire character is cringe, but you clearly have a genuine interest in the early internet, like Medicare. I think you do well in that space, bro. I don't see what the issue with Shaman is. You know, I'm not trying to like police your thoughts on Base Shaman or anything like that. If you don't like him, you don't like him. It's all good. I'm not like offended, but I like Shaman because I kind of try to be chill. I try to be chill to the best of my ability, and he's someone who I also see tries to be chill and positive about things. At least back when I was watching him, that's the vibe that I kind of got from him. You know, don't get me wrong. I like people who, you know, they make jokes and stuff like that, and they laugh and stuff like that. But me, like, I love this show. I like to keep an even keel to the best of my ability, right? I don't like to be mean all the time and stuff like that. I kind of screwed that up, right? That explanation of what I was trying to get across, but you know, fucking.
Okay, cool.
All right, yeah, that's it. All right. Are you a Christian? What are your thoughts on Christ and his life? Yes, I am a Christian. That was a joke, me being Jewish. Some people legitimately think I'm fucking Jewish. My last name is Sullivan, and they think I'm Jewish because I made a joke once or twice in the tank. They legitimately think I am fucking Jewish. My social medias have Christian in them. Fucking holy shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what thoughts I could have about Christ that are really, I won't say valid, but that important. Aside from the fact that I do believe he is Christ, right? He is the Messiah. And it is my job to embrace him, welcome him into my heart, excuse me, try my best to get other people to welcome him into their hearts, and to also try my best to live the way that he lived, and to understand what he taught. You know? What's over? Harry. Trish crying on auto mode? Really? Where? Where's she at? I mean, you said never mind, it's over, but I'm curious. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll watch Trish's thing. Oh.
I want to win.
Well then, win. Win, bitch.
Full effort.
She's like whispering.
Yeah, this shit's not easy. And no, it's not supposed to be.
Wait, I thought the whole MDE crew was Jewish. I thought Nick was the contractor who built the tunnels for those guys in NYC.
Show them that you are interested. Also speak louder, please.
Also speak louder, please. I'm not the only one.
Okay, yeah, I take it back. You're okay. Thank you for defending TJ. Stick around, please. You're cool.
Oh man, you see that? Oh no, that looks like marker or something like that. I thought that might have been a bruise from the punch. Uh-oh.
Hey, sweet cheeks.
Uh-oh.
You gotta speak up in here because the mic's busted. What are you even saying? Start over. Start it over. What were you saying?
Dude, Sam in the Goon Cave is hilarious because the Goon Cave is actually not that small, but Sam is so big that it makes it look even smaller than it looks on the camera.
Just do it again, though. Louder. I'm gonna go play on my phone.
Not a Trish fan, but Trish's reactions to being hassled are cute as fuck. Here's the thing about Trish, right? I noticed it in the karate. She giggles at everything that I was saying, everything that I did. She giggled a lot. And I thought it was very cute. I thought it was very, like, there, you see that?
I need to hear what it's about.
I think that's very attractive. I think it's very cute. I know it's bad. I know it's a red flag. I think it just gets to me.
You're such a
It
liar.
fucking gets to me, dude.
I was just talking about today.
What?
What happened today? Move this way so the camera can see you better.
I don't want them to see me.
Yeah, well, cry on the camera, okay?
No.
Fucking
For my
gets
show.
me, dude.
No.
That tone of voice,
Cry on camera
the
for my
giggling
show.
and everything, you know, it
Okay, do more. Cry and scream.
I don't know what else to say, right? What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Yeah. So like, you know, it kills you a little bit, right? Because you know, like, this is not the type of girl that I need to be with. But you're like, damn.
I'm going. Okay.
Sensei crushing on Trish. Yes, sir. Don't tell her, guys. Don't tell her. Don't tell her anything.
I'm not fucking.
Dude, don't fucking tell her, bro. Don't fucking tell her, dude. Shut up. Shut up, dude. What are you trying to do, man? Jeez, bro. She really just said it too.
Go away.
I don't think she knows what that number is.
I love Hitler.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
White supremacist. I'm a white supremacist.
Oh boy. Sensei is proud Trisha militia. So you're saying you fell in love with Trish the first time you met her? That's crazy. Dude, shut
I
up.
love it here. I love it here so much.
Wait a second, who's in there? Oh, it's it's Cowboy. What's Trish W7 mean? I don't know what that
Real
means.
Trish, make it count.
Oh, Trish W.
From my reality show. Make it real, Trish. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Trish, how the fuck are you so boring all the time?
The
only reason people are watching this shit now is for Judge.
All right, that's good. Nobody actually sent the TTS that somebody said they were sending. All right, that's good.
Glass?
Probably getting kicked as the 7th. It wouldn't surprise me. I feel like Trish is a sleeper, right? She could do something good, but she's not gonna do that by sitting in the goon cave, like whining. You know, at the end of the day. And if she continues that,
Morgan, please come back to me. The kids miss you. I still don't have any pics of your feet. I love you.
and if she continues that, it's gonna be like fuck me. There is a staff downstairs. I will say, I bought staffs and a. Oh, I mean, this is funnier though. I will say that, but I bought 2 staffs and I bought 2 wooden katanas.
Trish, make me a TV moment.
Fucking, they are downstairs.
Make me an epic TV moment.
Oh man, I know what I'm gonna do. Next time I get in there, I know what I'm gonna do. Don't you guys worry. Scott, when Trish inevitably has Brian's child, out of wedlock, will you raise it as your own when you settle down together? I mean, hey, no choice, dude. You know, Brian may be the father, but I'm the father that stepped up, and that's why they call me the stepfather. Okay. Goon cave.
Give me your real feelings, T.
Which one is the goon cave? I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm trying to figure. Hold up. You see, the goon cave doesn't have one on the map, so that's why. How cold is it in the city where the fish tank house is? I mean, it depends on the day, really. They had to hide the staffs from Dunye. Oh, yeah. They had to hide the staffs from Dunye before Dunye hid the staffs from us. Being a stepfather is one of the 3 major pillars of mixed martial arts. It is. Look at Michael Chandler. Isn't Sam so cute? She's like, is it safe? Is it safe now? Is the coast clear? Uh-oh. Cowboy close-up. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I want to see if Cowboy fixes the mic and she starts talking. Who's she looking off to longingly?
Sweet.
I guess we know now.
This show is a bunch of incoherent garbage. Have you tried actually being entertaining?
No.
JJ.
No.
I don't want to.
Who said that?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Trish, start over from the top, nice and loud, okay?
Oh, all right, okay, all right. This is what I was waiting for.
So this place is really stressful, but I'm really glad to still be here. Final 4. I'm trying to give it my top effort. Yeah. I'm
Dude, my other listing for on Teespring was disabled due to content concerns.
I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm beefing with everybody here, which is pretty cool.
I'm beefing with everybody here.
Also judge there's Indians in the walls. Get them quick.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah,
I gotta
with everybody. It's pretty cool. Pretty sure no one even likes me. But
I like you, Trish. I like you.
But this shit's no joke. It's not easy. Especially when people are just looking for just crazy ass shit. It's hard to keep that energy all fucking day. But I'm trying, at least. That's all I can fucking say is that I'm fucking trying. And I just miss my family. But I'm trying to come up with a good strategy.
I can't even review the thing.
Come up with the best content, or at least, I mean, I don't even know.
Again, if you're thinking, you're losing. If you're explaining, you're losing. Don't think of strategies to make content. Just make content. Be Dunye. Be vindictive. Be an asshole.
You're almost at the finish line. Stay strong. Have fun. Trisha Militia.
It's just, I don't know how beefing with people is fun, though. Like, having...
Really? Is that true?
3 people...
Ah, you fucking lied to me. Someone said someone was in bedroom 2.
3 people up in your fucking ear are just cussing you.
Sensei, Trish has eyes for the judge. You must battle for the favor of Trish, since you love her and all. That's true. That's true. We're gonna have to have a death match.
But I'm trying to have fun.
Oh.
I'm really happy to at least be here.
I didn't even understand what she said. Alright. I think we're gonna call it for the day. Alright. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. I really appreciate it. I don't know exactly when the next one's gonna be. I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but it'll be sometime this week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, or who knows, maybe even tomorrow. It really depends on when I when I feel like I'm gonna have the time or the ability to, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much again, really. I'll keep you updated on the Teespring thing, and yeah, see you later. Peace out.